Ooh, hold up, hold up, hold up. Shit, my fault. All right, there we go, there we go. What is good, everybody? It's your man EC1 coming at you with a live stream. And yeah, what's going on? Sorry about that. For some reason, um, they've added new settings. I guess I don't know, but it is what it is, man. I appreciate you for tuning in as always. I haven't been live streaming making a video because frankly I've been going to the gym or working out. Um, and really be honest, I don't gotta say that much when it comes to the best gym in football and Howard Roseman. I sat back and I just watched, to be honest. And I thought, you know what, maybe I'll go live stream when I get signed. But I went to wait. And again, my screen is frozen. Focus. Jesus Christ. It's already starting. StreamYard. What are you doing, bro? But anyway, if y'all can hear me, let me know. But yeah, I figured to come and talk about free agency because I hadn't even made a video about other than AJ Dillon, who I like to sign him, by the way. I think AJ team from real. Again, I'm freezing. So if you unless you can see my face moving. If you can, that's great. If not, I'm apologize. I don't know why my face is freezing. Sure, is on some today. But anyway, at least you can hear my voice. If you can't, it is what it is. Hopefully you can hear my voice. But AJ Dillon is a great sign, and my favorite one that I thought Howie Roseman did. Let's talk about it, right? Because a lot of people forget Howie Roseman is out here. He's not going crazy with the signings. He's not out here signing 30-year-olds like the Washington Commanders. Because when you look at the draft and you look where the Eagles are, okay, the Philadelphia Eagles right now, when you look at them and what they've done, it's phenomenal, especially what Howie Roseman's done. Howie Roseman is not going to go out there and do everything that you like. It's not Howie Roseman's game. Howie Roseman's done phenomenal with me, but a lot of people feel like, well, he got rid of CJ, and I can agree. I understand the CJ situation can be tough. I get that. You know what I'm saying? The CJ situation, I understand it. Would I have traded him? No. But the Eagles felt like, this is the year that they can go out and get a safety. This is the year that you can get a stud safety that can start for you immediately. When you look at Howie Roseman's record in the draft, it's been phenomenal. Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, Nolan Smith, all three of them are contributors. 2 out of 1 at least are contributors. Jordan Davis, I think, is a contributor for sure. He started coming along and at the end with the sack to Jaden Daniels that really set the tone in that game. So that was a huge sack by Jordan Davis. And then you look at how Roseman's picked that no one knew who it was. But when you look at the third rounder in Jalix Hunt, that's Howie Roseman. Quinyon Mitchell, Cooper DeJean, Howie Roseman. You go out and you draft Devontae Smith, Howie Roseman. Josh Sweat, Howie Roseman. Milton Williams, Howie Roseman. These guys that got paid ton were all Howie Roseman drafts. You know what I'm saying? The only ones that really weren't that weren't Howie Roseman drafts was the A.J. Brown trade and maybe the C.J. Gardner-Johnson trade. Or the C.J. Gardner-Johnson trade where we traded for him. And unfortunately, we traded him to Houston because you look at the deals coming up. You just watch Stanley just got paid. And you need that cap space. So when people are freaking out, I sit back and say, let Howie cook, man. Coming from the biggest Howie Roseman, anti-Howie Roseman person here, I was. But as I sit back and I pay attention, because it doesn't take rock science to figure out what Howie's doing. Howie Roseman's out here freezing again. Howie Roseman out here making boss moves. Are they sexy? No, they don't need to be. Howie Roseman out here making signings that are going to be great for this franchise. The Azie Ajuri was a great pickup. The kid's going to be a baller. Oh, by the way, the guy that retired, both of them, three of them actually. Jason Kelsey, Howie Roseman pick. Brandon Graham, Howie Roseman pick. Fletcher Cox, Howie Roseman. And why I bring this up is because people forgot Howie Roseman. When you got Howie in your building, I'm not scared about this draft. I don't fear when guys leave. I only fear when we don't have coaches, which we do have coaches. Fangio has shown that he can put a defense together and make it work. I'd be scared if we had Sean Asai as my defense coordinator. I'd be scared if we had Jim Schwartz as my defense coordinator. I'd be scared if I had Billy Davis as my defense coordinator. I don't. I got a Super Bowl champion defensive coordinator. I'd be scared if it was Matt Patricia as my defense coordinator. I don't. I don't got a new defensive coordinator that's coming in. I got the same defense coordinator that's shown that he's willing to get guys like Zach Bond and turn him to an all-pro. And this is why when teams go out and sign big moves, they don't get one of these, man. This is what it's all about, bro. This is what it's all about. While you got Commander fans out here, by the way, I'm going to call them out because I'm really getting tired of these JD fanboys, these goofballs on Twitter. Yeah, I'm going to mention you since now you want me to talk about you. Hey, you like Eagle fans talking about you. Let's do it. You signed. You traded for Deebo Samuel. And you traded for a glorified running back. I'm not scared of Deebo Samuel. I look at the Commanders and they signed Bobby Wagner. Washed. Old. They signed him to what? A lot of money. They run around here talking crazy. Y'all not even going to be competing against us next year. You better hope, and I mean it, you better hope that offensive lineman that you traded for doesn't become another PI penalty offensive line machine that he was in Houston. You're over there laughing talking about I love the Eagles downfall. What downfall? Bro, let me remind Commander fans. Let me remind you again, don't forget who put you out the playoffs. Because I sit back and I listen to y'all clowns run your mouth. Let's remind who put you out in the playoffs.
It's going to be 3rd and goal here for Philadelphia at the 4-yard line of Washington.
Hurts of the gun. They go to a pistol.
No, that's it.
Hurts is going to throw. He's back. He fires. He completes it. Touchdown! A.J. Brown.
That's what I do. That's what I'm talking about right there.
It's going to take big-time comeback in the second half for Washington to have a shot in this thing.
Come on, boy.
Blew you out, man. And you run around here talking crazy. We did that. Nobody else did that. We did it. So when you come and talk crazy about Eagle fans, make sure you put the 55 under your little hashtag, whatever profile you have. Put the 55 beat down that we put on y'all. I know it hurts you because you know what? Jaden Daniels didn't get one of these. He never did. And I'm going to continue to talk about it until the day I die. We put 55 on your head top. It don't matter how, well, you lucky. Well, you lucky at what? You Commander fans make me laugh, bro. You sound like Cowboy fans when you're on there. I sit back and I listen to all these Commander fans because, frankly, I don't know how they get on my feed, really, to be honest. I try to ignore them, but they come in with stupid-ass fucking takes like JD5 is better than Jalen. How's he better than Jalen when Jalen is a Super Bowl MVP? Howie Roseman is better than your GM will ever be. Your GM out here signing 30-year-olds. 30-year-olds. Laremy Tunsil? I told my guy PSN, I told him straight up, he's a penalty machine. Why do you think Houston got rid of him? Why do you think he's not in Houston anymore? Why do you think they gave him up for peanuts? You gave up a barely nothing for him. If he was so good, why did Houston get rid of him that quick? Because he stinks, and he's coming off his worst season as an offensive guard. I'm sorry, whatever position he plays, Laremy Tunsil, I think he plays guard. He's a penalty machine. The man was holding on guys all through the season, and he was getting beat like a drum. Man, I can't wait for Jalen Carter to go against him. The Philadelphia Eagles. Let me remind everybody, for all these new Commander fans, you never seen your team win something, and you never will. I said it all again. I'll say it to the day I'm blue in the face. This Eagles division, it's only Eagles division, baby. Nobody else I'm worried about. You didn't go out there and make boss moves. The media hyped you up. The media hyped you up last year. What happened? What happened? Oh, the Commanders going to win in division. And then what? 55 put on your head top and sent you home. I love it, bro. Love it. And why do I talk about it? Because these Commander fans don't know when to shut the fuck up. So I'm going to give them something to talk about today. You pissed me off. Now I'm on your ass. I'm on that ass. Pause. I'm on that ass. It's time to get the belt buckle and remind you who you are. We put 55. 55. Not 20. Not 30. 55. 5-5. Like Brandon Graham, who retired, by the way. Shout out to Brandon Graham. 55 legend in the Eagles history. 15 years. 2-time Super Bowl champion. Brandon Graham goes out there with a bang. Goes out there with a retirement stadium. With 2 of Lombardi trophies right next to him in the press. It was so beautiful to watch. The man never gave up. You want to talk about the Eagle legend? Him and Fletch Cox probably one of the greatest Eagles of all time. Gotta be. Fletch Cox, 1-time Super Bowl champion. Brandon Graham, 2-time Super Bowl champion. Lane Johnson got to have a chance to be a 3-time Super Bowl champion this upcoming year. And I don't see why we can't do it. To go out there with a 2-time Super Bowl champion under your name, shout to BG. 55, just like we put 55 on the Commanders. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I want to show everybody this. This is why I'm not worried about Howie Roseman. This is why I don't really care what these goofballs have to say. These internet wannabe JD femboys, all these fucking little ass boys on the fucking Twitter X. You need to go out and get a job. J-O-B, like the dude from Friday. Job. You know what I'm saying? This is why I'm not scared. I'm gonna show you. I want people to understand. Hold up. No, that's the wrong one. Excuse me. Give me a second. There we go. Let's see. Come on. Can they hear me? He said BG is an Eagles legend. Enjoy retirement, BG. 2-time. Absolutely. What is on your timeline, bro? Leaving Howard Roseman Aces. Look at this, man. Look how many picks we got, bro. Do you think I'm worried about the Commanders? The Commanders out here trading all their picks. They're going to be like the Rams, except one thing, they will never get to a Super Bowl. They're going to be like the 49ers. You know, I was talking to my guy, CG Ruthless. All right. And, you know, he loves to say, well, we're retooling. No, the 49ers are not retooling. Retooling is going out here and signing guys like Zia Ajuri. Going out here and signing guys like A.J. Dillon when you replace them with another running back. That's retooling. The 49ers are not retooling. They're moving players because their GM is in a cap hell. I love how CJ Ruthless want to tell me, well, the 49ers are retooling. No, they're not retooling. They're moving players because they can't afford to pay the players like Brock Purdy. Because their GM decided to not do what Howie Roseman is doing now, and that is getting these guys out the door before the cap, before they were, making it so they can make more moves. No, they were out here and they spent on one time to get to a Super Bowl. They had a window and they had to get there, and they couldn't get the job done. So now the window is officially closed. It's closed. They're done. The 49ers are done. When I see Eagle fans sit there and say, why did we bring this guy back? What? Bro, do you want to end up like the 49ers? End up like the Rams? The Eagles are doing what great franchises are doing. When you win a Super Bowl, teams want your players. Team wants your coaches. You're not going to be able to pay everybody. Now, Howard Roseman's a magician. But I think the CJ Gardner-Johnson was simply because, well, bro, the safety in this draft is stacked. You got a lot of safeties in this draft. Guys are going to fall to you. If the Eagles did not think the safety market was that big, and also I think that, they might not think CJ Gardner-Johnson is a great system fit. I love CJ. But again, I'm not Howard Roseman. I'm not Fangio. I don't know what was behind the doors. All I know is when you look at the trade, Mekhi Becton leaves. Who did you bring? You bring this guy Green. When I look at his tape, Jeff Stoutland can definitely fix Kenyon Green. I love how Houston Texas fans are running. Houston Texas fans better get ready too, because they're out here doing what the 49ers just did. They're stacking all the pieces for one championship. And they better get there, because you're sitting in the back and you're laughing at the Eagles. And I see a Houston Texas fan say, we robbed Howie. You didn't rob Howie. You got a safety that's been moving around for a while now. He's been on his 14. You didn't rob Howie. Robbing Howie doesn't exist. How did you rob Howie when you don't know how good this guard is going to be with the Eagles? Come on, man. It's foolish to say. You got a good player in CJ. I wish nothing but the best. But you didn't rob Howie. You know what I'm saying? Houston Texans fans, another franchise that's never been to a Super Bowl, talk you crazy. How did you rob Howie? How? Howie Roseman was willing to give him up for peanuts. You didn't call Howie Roseman and say, hey, we'll take CJ. No. CJ was on the trading block, and the Houston Texans gave him something that maybe you had a discussion in for a while. CJ wanted to play in Houston. That's where he wanted to go, and Howie made it work. Trust me, Howie Roseman could have found another trade for another situation for CJ where he could have got more. Would have been a bad team, but he could have got more if he wanted to. You didn't rob Howie. Stop being stupid. Stop talking dumb. Yeah, you gave us a guard that I think maybe just needs another fresh start. When I listen to Kenyon Green's press conference, I think the kid has some upside. I think the kid has a bright future with Stoutland, and I think this kid is willing to learn. Off the press conference. Now, I don't know what's behind the closed doors, but all I know is this. If you're willing to work, like BG said, and I love what he said, quote, it's the work ethic. You put the work in, you can't be denied the greatness that you have. The only person that can deny you from greatness is yourself. When I go to the gym and I don't do it right, I go back and I redo it and make sure I get it right. Or I watch people and I understand how to do things. Because going to the gym and not doing something right means nothing. You're just doing it half-assed. You're not really doing it. You're not really putting the work in. You can go to the gym, but if you just sit on your ass, eating a tasty cake on your phone, that's not going to the gym. That's a vacation. You know what I'm saying? That's you being lazy. being committed, going to the gym. Do I like working out? No, but I like the results. I feel good. I feel great about myself. I know that I don't want to be fat. I don't want to be obese. That is a dedication to be great. Being great is also working out and feeling great. And why I bring that up is because Kenyon Green, everybody says he's a bust. Everybody's writing him off. They said the same thing about BG. And I'm not saying he's BG, but I'm saying BG was labeled as a bust. No one gave him a chance. Eagle fans said, oh, he's a bust. And he came through out of nowhere. Brandon Brooks was labeled as a bust. I think we signed him. No one thought he was going to be that. And we turned him to All-Pro. Jeff Stoutland did that. Jeff Stoutland was the reason why Cam Jurgensen's playing well. Jeff Stoutland is the best offensive line coach. So I have confidence that if he thinks Kenyon Green is a fit, that he can turn him around. I think he can. I think there's a lot of great things for him in his future. He's not going to get the job immediately. He got to earn it. And if he goes out there and puts the work in, then how did you fleece us? Because who's going to be there longer is the question. Is CJ Gardner-Johnson going to help Stroud with lack of receivers? Who's your receivers? You signed Kirk. You don't have Diggs anymore. Tank Dell is injury prone. And you over there talk about the Eagles, man, go worry about beating the fucking Chiefs in the AFC. Stop worrying about us. Leave us alone. We gave you your safety. Congrats. You're going to be like the 49ers in the next couple of years if you don't start moving these guys out the door. Because guess what? This is what the Houston Texans are going to be like. They're going to be like the 49ers down the road. Wait. CJ Stroud didn't even get paid yet. He's still on his rookie deal. Same with Jane Daniels. Brock Purdy about to get paid. Why do you think the 49ers are in cap hell? It's all fine and glory when you're on a rookie deal until that contract hits. And you end up like Joe Burrow. Did you see how much they paid? I'm so glad we got AJ and Devontae. And shout to Devontae Smith because he took less money. Both of them got the bag. They're not going to be able to build a defense in free agency. They're going to have to draft very well. And I'm sorry to dash you, but when you're over there talking about the other teams and how they should, no. The Bengals are in a bad situation, bro. I'm sorry to say that, dude. The Bengals better be worried about that defense that they have over there because if they don't draft well, you ain't going to Super Bowl. Joe Burrow already can't stay healthy. You're struggling with offensive linemen. I mean, you finally got that right. But you got two number one receivers that are getting paid way too much. What did Jamar Chase get? He got a $40 million guarantee. What did he get? Over $40 million? The highest non-quarterback paid? For a guy like that, you know what I'm saying? It's going to takes 50% of their cap space. Come on. Howard Roseman saw that, got it. Devontae signed. Saw the quarterback market. Look at Josh Allen who just got the bag. Imagine we had to pay Jalen Hurts now. Imagine Jalen Hurts got paid now, not before. Now, Howie Roseman saw that and got it done. Howie Roseman was going to get Cam Jurgensen done before April. Trust and believe it. Cam Jurgensen's getting the bag before the draft. Why do I say it? Or after the draft, before training camp, he will get the bag because, frankly, you want to pay these guys because the price is going up for these guys. Now, when you look at the cornerback market, they just gave Derek Stanley Jr. The Houston Texans just gave him the best cornerback market. He got, not best cornerback market. He got he is the highest paid corner, I believe, behind Jalen Ramsey. And now when you look at it, I think that now you got to look at, do the Eagles maybe try to get this done now with the Cooper? I mean, well, then again, they're on a rookie deal, so they don't got to worry about it for a while. But the price is only going to go up. I think the Eagles in a great situation, man. I forgot they're still on a rookie deal. I want to draft Malachi Starks, safety from Georgia. I love Starks, man. I think the two best. I know a lot of people like Nick and Morori. He scares me. I know he's a project, man. He reminds me of a guy that I did not want in that draft. And the Tennessee Titans ended up trading A.J. Brown for drafting him. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's Treylon Burks. A lot of Eagle fans wanted Treylon Burks. Oh, we got the most upside. Great. I need a starter. And I think Nick Morey has potential. I'm not saying he's going to be a bum, but I think that, if we do draft him, maybe he would work out because we do got the coach staff. Listen, I'm cool with any safety, but if it means getting the best DB in probably the NFL draft, and I think Nick Morey has a lot of upside. Do I think there's the most potential out of any other quarterback? Any safety? I do. I think he's that Quinyon Mitchell type player. I think he has the most upside of any other safety. But my feeling is I think he's going to be gone before we draft him. I think he's going to be the first safety off that board. And I think that you're going to see Starks fall down. And I think the Eagles are going to grab him. If the Eagles have a chance at 20 to move up, you best believe it, they're going to move up. Look at all these picks. Half of these picks are going to be moving up. We're not going to be keeping all these picks. But you look at it. This is what Howie Roseman did. We got first, second, third, fourth, fifth. We got a first-round pick. We got a first-round pick in 2026. Second rounder, third rounder. And we got a lot of picks, man. We can do whatever we want. I would take the best player available, whether it's a safety, a passer. I know a lot of people say, well, we need safety. You don't reach for a player, man. You take the best player. So if that best player is the Tennessee pass rusher in Pierce Jr., I'm taking him. I love Pierce Jr. I think that he reminds me of a version, and people talk about Brian Burns. No, Brian Burns is not a good comparison. He reminds me of, and people ain't going to like this because they don't like when I compare guys to this. James Pierce Jr. reminds me of what does he remind me of? He reminds me of a slimmer version of oh man, there's so many good comparisons. I mean, he's fast off the ball. He might be close to I don't even know. There's so many great players to compare him to. What's that dude out of Buffalo? Greg Arusso. Dude, he reminds me of him. A faster Greg Arusso. So whatever his name is, but I think he has a better upside. I think that he might be a better version of maybe a Michael. I don't know. I don't know how to would compare to him. A lot of people compare him to Brian Burns. That's not a good comparison because you don't want to compare a guy that hasn't succeeded. He's with the Giants right now, and they stink. And he's not done anything since he left the Panthers. What's up? What's up, Zinks? How you doing, dude? Appreciate for coming on. Malcolm Starks. I love Malcolm Starks. But if James Pierce Jr. is on that board, I'm taking him. Because I think even now when Brandon Graham, oh, by the way, and this is what you got to keep your eye on because a lot of people talked about this. Shot the 500 for nailing this. Jaguars could be listening to trade offers for 2021st overall Trayvon Walker, per Charlie Campbell. Teams that were interested in trading for Crosby, Garrett can no longer pursue that route. But one under-radar name to consider is Jaguars defensive lineman Trayvon Walker. While sources in Walker as a long-term piece of the roster, sources with the Jaguars say they would listen to and consider offers for their young defensive lineman. Well, I mean, I look at this and I say, why not add another Georgia Bulldog? Why not? Let's just add the whole Georgia Bulldog defense. You already got what's his name? Azori, or Jori, whatever his name is. I don't know how to say his last name. Sorry, I'm bad with those last names. I think his name is Azore. You got Nolan Smith. You got Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, N'Kobe Dean, Ringo. You get signed Scene, Lewis Scene. Why not just add another pass rusher and add the Georgia and then go and draft Stark? Like if Howie Roseman somehow trades for Trayvon Walker, right? And that's a guy that I want over a guy like Myles Garrett. Because I ain't gonna lie to you, Myles Garrett would be a nice, but what they were offering, no. I think the Jacksonville Jaguars, I don't think they're gonna move on from Trayvon Walker. I think they're going to try to want to get him paid. You know what I'm saying? Especially, you don't want to lose a guy like that. But if they do our list of offers and the Eagles call up and say, hey, you want a guy like a Dallas Goedert to help Trevor Lawrence? We need him off our books. We'll take Trayvon Walker. You take Dallas Goedert. Hell, we'll even throw in Brett Huff. No, he's not bad. He's a great pass rusher. Great pass rusher, great pursuit. We just can't afford him. You think they would take that deal? There's been rumors that the Jaguars have been looking at tight end ever since Evan Ingram has left. They've been lacking a need for tight end. They've been mocked in drafts, tight ends. And I think that Dallas Goedert makes so much sense in Jacksonville. A big body receiver for Trevor Lawrence. Who did the Eagles draft for Carson Wentz? Dallas Goedert. Dallas Goedert was Carson Wentz's favorite weapon other than Zach Ertz. And then it became Jalen Hurts' favorite weapon. It could definitely be Trevor Lawrence's favorite weapon. And when you're building a team, a guy like Dallas Goedert, who's known to be a great target. I mean, he killed the Jacksonville Jaguars. I mean, you remember that London game where he was lighting them up? Could see a situation like that. Now, I get it. A lot of people say we can't afford Trayvon Walker. I mean, he is on his last year of his deal. But when you look at it, you don't know what Howie Roseman can do. Or the thing about Howie Roseman is he's a genius. We saved what? We restructured Lane Johnson. Barkley's deal, when you look at it, is not even that much. Everybody talk about the highest paid running back. Yeah, did you look at the backload? It's not even that much. Most of it's up front again. Okay? The contracts that we signed for Juri and oh, by the way, the Patriots guy, what's the pass rusher's name that we signed from the Chiefs ex-Patriot? Uche, I like. And you look at his guaranteed, look at the deal, it's a half price that's been split. And so they're going to save a lot of money with that. You know what I'm saying? We saved a lot and we got compensation big. Howie Roseman's out here. And that's why I put Thug Life for Howie Roseman, because he's out here robbing banks, man. Robbing teams' banks. Robbing teams' players, man. Stick them up with the ski mask. He's out here with the Thug Life in the profile. I had to find that again. With the cigarette in his mouth, looking like Italian mob. He's a mobster. I hear just robbing teams, fleecing them in picks, getting compensation picks. He's doing what no other GM can do. And they can't figure it out. The Commanders want to be Howie Roseman so bad. Their GM, Drew Pearson, thinks he's running around here being Howie Roseman, and too bad, only thing he's doing is putting himself in cap hell. You got guys that are trying to copy off Howie Roseman, but yet they can't do it. The 49ers swore down they had the next Howie Roseman. No, they don't. CG Rufus arguing with me, oh, they're retooling. Bro, if they were retooling, do you think, honestly, they're looking to move guys out the door because they can't afford them? They lost half of their defense. If you think they're retooling, bro, they're not. They're rebuilding and trying to get younger. And they're retooling, and they're not retooling because retooling, again, would be signing players like A.J. Dillon, For example, Gainwell goes to Pittsburgh. Who do you bring? A.J. Dillon. That's retooling. You lose Darius Slay. Banana Pudding himself. Who do you go and get? Adoree Jackson. That's retooling. You needed a pass rusher. You lose Sweat. You lose Milt Williams. Who do you go get? Ajuri. Ziyajare. Whatever his name is. And then you go out and get the pass rusher from the Pats/Chiefs in Uche, whatever his name is. That's retooling. You didn't retool. You traded Debo. You looking to trade your other receiver. It's just a matter of time. I think he goes to New England, if I have to guess. Because New England looks like they're having a package right now. They just can't find the right details to pull the trigger right now. They're still, so far, New England's look like the favorites to land Brandon Ayuk. You probably trained him in the draft. You lost your linebacker. Half of your defense is gone, bro. The only guys are not gone is Warner, Bosa, Kittle, and McCaffrey. Half of your defense is gone. You lost your number one pick linebacker, who was the reason why you were in the Super Bowl, who went to Denver, who took a worse team and rather go there over the 49ers. Imagine going to the Broncos thinking they have a better chance of winning over the 49ers. That's what he thought about y'all. He said, nah, I ain't going back to the 49ers. They ain't win shit. I got a better chance of winning with Bo Nix than I do with Brock Purdy. Remember 49er fans were telling me that he was better than Jalen Hurts? Yeah, your quarterback can't do what my quarterback does. Wins Super Bowls. Your quarterback's been there, one time already and can't get back there, and he's not going to get back there ever since. You think that training Deebo Samuel helps you? It does, because they don't have the Commanders. But it doesn't help you because now you need a receiver. You lose half your guys. Wait until you have to pay Brock Purdy. You're going to be starting to move guys like Kittle next. It's coming for the 49ers. They don't think it's possible. Oh, CJ Rufus talk about, well, you should learn the difference between retooling. I know the difference. My GM is retooling. Your GM is not. Your GM is trying to get guys out the door that are getting way too much so he can pay Brock Purdy, because he is looking to get 40 mil, probably more, since now Josh Allen just got the bag. What are you talking about? See, that's why I don't respond to a lot of the nonsense a lot of time, because I sit back and said, all right, you're right. I don't got to argue. You know, right? So why is Brock Purdy being rumored that they're not even close to a deal yet? Because that's why they're saving cash space up. It's not the retool. You were retooling, you would have got Ziyajure from the Giants. Yet he went to Philadelphia. If you were retooling, you would be in the mix for Myles Garrett. You weren't. If you were retooling, you'd be in the mix for Max Crosby. You weren't. If you're retooling, you should be in the mix for definitely for Walker. Yet you won't. But you're retooling, right? No, you're not. You're paying Brock Purdy. See, now you got to move guys out the door because now your rookie that you were hyping up got to get the bag down. And if you don't pay him, he's a free agent, and you can't put him under a fifth-year option because he's not a first-round pick. He's a sixth-round pick or something like that. He was the last pick in the draft. So now you got to pay him. And he's looking, the way he's been playing for y'all, he's looking at close to what Josh Allen just got, even more. And when you factor in the fact that your GM is not Howie Roseman, who can't, somehow get that quarterback to take less money in the back load and more up front, you're going to be in cap hell for a while. So again, you say, I don't know what I'm talking about. Then why are you trying to get players out the door? Why would you not keep a guy that just went to the Denver Broncos? Because he's a core piece of your defense. Yet you let him walk for nothing. You let him walk. Milton Williams, we have a guy replacing him already. Josh Sweat's already replaced. You don't got a guy that's replacing these guys. Our quarterbacks are signed already. He's not getting paid again for a while. Maybe he'll get another restructure. Well, we can restructure that. You can't restructure Brock Purdy. Once you pay Brock Purdy, you're done. You're done. You're done. Once he gets the bag, you better hope, because you remember you called him the next Drew Brees. That's what you said. He's another Drew Brees. Okay. Well, Drew Brees about to have less weapons now. Drew Brees is not going to have a Deebo Samuel, which didn't contribute anyway, but he's not going to have a Brandon Ayuk either. They're getting them up out of here too. After paying them. Your window of Super Bowls has closed. If you think that you're going to be back to what you were next year, you're off your rockers. You're not even going to win your division next year. We will have a chance to win a division. Because frankly, I don't care what the Commanders did. They signed a bunch of 30-year-olds. And all you did was give them your scraps. So, if you're a 49 fan, you got to sit back and laugh and say, dude, we gave Deebo Samuel for a 5th-round pick. I'm happy with that trade. Because I'm surprised you got a 5th for him, honestly. You should have been a 6th, honestly, if you want to be real. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Jalen Hurts' contract going into 2020. Yeah, everybody signed. They called Brock Purdy Steve. Dude, they swore. You remember 49er fans were in my chat? Where are they at? When they told me that Brock Purdy is better than I had 49er fans say I didn't know football. Because I said Brock Purdy is not better than Jalen Hurts. Brock Purdy's better than Jalen Hurts. But shut up. Where's all these 49er fans who are on my comments? Where you at? I just want to show them. Did you get one of these this year? Did you get a Super Bowl? Did you get one of these with Brock Purdy? Because I'm pretty sure you didn't. No, you didn't. The 49ers should have did what the Eagles did. And when they lost Super Bowl, they should have been back and gotten the revenge. They should have got their lick back. They should have got back in blood. See, we got it back in blood. We out here spanking teams. We spanked the Chiefs. We remember everything they did and say that's not happening in this game. You're going home. You couldn't even make it after that Super Bowl. Your quarterback couldn't even do what my quarterback did. I told 49er fans, I said, wait until you see what Brock Purdy is without his offensive coordinator. Because you were laughing in the regular season. Why you think Commander fans out here showing Deebo Samuel highlights of him burning their DBs? Why I'm not a fan of paying Blankenship top tier money and safety. You know what I'm saying? I think he's a great number 2 safety. I don't think it's number 1. And I do think that if the Eagles are looking to pay Blankenship, it better be a bargain. Because I'm sorry, I'd rather draft 2 safeties and pay Blankenship top money. Sorry, I mean, I like Blankenship. I have nothing against him. Go get your bag, but not here. Because I'd rather go and draft a guy like Malachi Moore from Bama and put him under Blankenship and let him learn and then start him. Or I'd rather drop Starks and Moore and have my 2 safeties in down the road. Why pay his safety when he hasn't shown? And see, this is why I disagree with a lot of Eagle controversies. And they get mad at me. And I noticed ever since I don't call them out, but they get mad. They say they disagree with me and we can disagree, but then they get mad and they won't respond to my chats if I'm on the stream. I'm not going to say no names, but I know you know me. Listen, I have nothing but respect for a lot of controversies, but I'm not a kiss-ass YouTuber. I'm not going to sit there and say, well, it's raining, I'm going to piss on your leg. I'm not doing all that. I got respect for them, but I think a different way than these controversies do. Blankenship is not a number 1 safety. And I'm not paying him top tier money. For what? Why would I do that when I can go out and get 2 safeties in this draft? Why pay his safety when he has shown many times that he's bad? Look at the Commanders game in that second game. He got beat. He got beat. When CJ went out, that's why I bring up to these Blankenship. These Blankenship fanboys, man. This is why I'm going to call them. I'm going to call them the Blankenship fans. Well, Blankenship led in tackles in 2023. Cool. You want a cookie for that? When was that? Was that against the New York Giants when he got lit up? And they love to say, well, that's 1 year. Yeah, 1 year without C.J. Gardner Johnson. Let's see what Blankenship is without CJ this year. And if he does great, I'll pay him. If he doesn't, well, at least I got 2 safeties in the back row just in case. I would draft 2 safeties in the first and second. I might do what I did with the 2 corners that we drafted and go back-to-back in safety. You can get a pass rush in the third. The pass rush is stacked this year. That's what I'd do if I'm Howie. I would draft Starks or Nick Morey, or I'm draft, and then in the second round, I'm taking Malcolm Moore from Bama. And I'm putting him in that situation because, number one, I don't think Sidney Brown is a starter. I've been saying it. You know, everybody was commenting in my comments when I said I didn't like the Brown pick. And I still don't. He's played 1 year of football when he showed promise. But if you think he's good, then why is Fangio saying he's not? I mean, you would think that Fangio knows more than these fans. After all, Fangio is the one who said, "Now we think Tristan McCollum is a better safety fit than Sidney Brown." Yet they want to come out and talk about, you got PFF over there trying to hype him up, saying he is the most graded, he's the best graded DB in tackle. Bro, he came and tackle when it comes. Did you see that Giants game? Did you see how pathetic his angles were in tackling? Like, I honestly, do people not forget what he did against the Giants in that last game? How bad he was? His coverage skills was so pathetic. His tackling was great, but he tackles with his head down, like he's ready to get CTE. And he doesn't tackle smart. He tackles with undisciplined. He tackles with no regards of getting penalized, which can affect your team. Sorry to say it. Sidney Brown has not shown me, without Sean Desai's first year as a starter, that he's a great pick. He's shown me that he's a great special teamer, but I don't look at him as I think he can be a starter. I think he's a good backup. But I'm looking at starters. I'm looking at guys like Derwin James. That's a starter. When I look at safeties in this league, Derwin James is a starter. Okay? Javon Holland that just went to the Giants, starter. McKinley for the Packers, starter. Sidney Brown is none of those guys. Not saying he won't be, but you're not going to tell me, oh, Sidney Brown. Again, you're not going to sit there and say it's raining, but really you're pissing on my leg. It's raining. Pissing all through my clothes and everything like that. How are you going to say it's raining when you're really pissing on me? Like, come on. You're saying it's raining, but no, you're peeing on my leg. You think I'm supposed to fall for that? And that's what they want me to do. They want to say it's raining while they piss on my leg. They want to say, oh, that's not true, but it is. You say you watch all 22, yet you're over there saying you would pay Blankenship. Some of these Eagle contracts, not all of them, but some of them over there talking, I would love to pay Blankenship top money. You do? Because I don't. I'm not paying Blankenship top money. Did you not see that 2020? And people love to say, well, 2023 was everybody was bad. Yeah, the guy that was supposed to be, do you understand the reason why they brought CJ back was because they didn't believe in Blankenship to start him as the number one. They made CJ a priority because they realized we're fucked without him. They only let him go this year because they know there's starters in this draft that can be better than him. That's why they signed him to a one-year deal. Because they could have paid him. Trust me. If they thought, I don't know why Howie would pay him when you saw what he was until. Can you wait? Like, I love Howie, but dude, I'm not paying Blankenship top money. I'm just not. I let him walk and go somewhere else. You can find another Blankenship's undrafted for a reason. There's some flaws with him. He is a dog, no question about it. He's developed under our eyes. So is TJ Edwards. I'm drafting a safety, and he would be my starter. And I'll draft 2 before I pay Blankenship top money. I'm not paying Blankenship Derwin James type money. I'm not paying him like he's a star. He's a good safety, but he's not a star. And A lot of Eagle fans want to sit there and they want to hype him up. He had a great season with C.J. Gardner-Johnson. Again, what was he when we played the Commanders in that second game? When C.J. left, what was he? Because I can recall Jaden Daniels threw a pass on him and he couldn't cover for shit. But, you got Eagle conscripts telling me I'm wrong. Whoa, he led the tackles, EC1. You don't know football. Dummy. He led the tackles because no one else could fucking tackle. like seriously, how does that make sense? He led the tackles, EC1. He led in tackles because none of our players other than him could tackle. That's not something to brag about. When you are the only one that's been tackling, and it's not tackling before you get the first down. It's tackling after they pick up the first down. When he's chunking guys, when guys like Deebo Samuel or other guys are running through you like paper bags. Because in open field, without CJ, he was terrible. Don't make me bring up the film of the 49ers game and show you what he was. So I can rehash your brain. Since y'all want to forget, you want to be in La La Land. And these consecrators, some of these Eagle consecrators, you over there saying blank ship as a starter. He's a good starter, but he's not worth giving a bag. And I hope the Eagles don't do that. That would hurt a team. Really, it would. Because if you have to pay Blankenship top money and he doesn't live up to that, then you're in a situation where it's like, oh shit. You don't want to be in a situation like what you were before. I'd rather draft a safety, man. I know a lot of people talk about Justin Simmons. I'm not bringing a 30-year-old. Justin Simmons was terrible with the Falcons. Do you remember the Falcons signing him last year? Dude was ass. Why the fuck would I bring him back? And the only reason why he would come back is because he realized that he missed the chance to get a Lombardi. I don't want you here. You weren't with us when we wanted to bring you. Do you remember we were trying to bring him with C.J. Gardner-Johnson? You remember we were trying to get him? What did that man do? He'd spit in her face, I'll go to the Falcons before I go to you. Well, fuck you. Don't come here then. We don't want service. You think we give a damn about your old ass? Bro, you haven't been the same since what? The Broncos years? If you think you're getting see, people think Justin Simmons is still good. He's not. The Falcons signed him. And I believe Jalen Hurts, didn't Jalen Hurts murder him in that second? Wasn't he getting lit up by guys like Devontae? Was it Devontae's? No, who was it? Who was it? It might have been the Paris Campbell. I don't know. It was some random dude that lit him up. It might have been Gainwell. Justin Simmons? Y'all Eagle fans crack me up. Dude, have you watched him with the Falcons? He was ass. Why would I bring that in? Again, I see people talk about, let's bring Justin. Stop looking at the name and just watch tape. Just go watch Falcon games. Did he pop up at all? Did he even show one time that he was even able to cover? I think the guy was the worst. He had one of the worst stats as a safety, I believe, with the Falcons. And by the way, their secondary had Jesse Bates on that damn team, by the way. Just to add to that. It was him and Jesse Bates. Yet, he couldn't hold his own. That secondary was supposed to be elite with Justin Simmons. Yet, it wasn't. And he was the main reason why. Yeah, you want to bring him in? Stop bringing 30-year-olds, man. Stop bringing these guys are washed. And I don't think the Eagles would bring Justin Simmons because why? And then we're out here Justin Reed. You mean the guy that the player that Justin Reed would be I'm so glad we didn't sign him. Dude, I watched him on Good with Kay Adams. He thinks he's winning with the Saints. Bro, let me give you a newsflash. You are better off going to Philadelphia than you are with the Saints, bro. If you sign to think that they're Super Bowl contenders because they got Kellen Moore over there, Again, you should have just picked another damn team. The man thinks, oh, he's saying, whoa, oh, that's all right. I think we're winning with the Saints. I think we can win with the Saints. Huh? Bro, they don't even have a fucking quarterback. The Saints. Bro, Justin Reed, have you watched the Saints? You win what with the Saints? You're not winning the Super Bowl with the Saints. The Saints are not Super Bowl contenders. They're in cap hell. That's why they signed. No coach wants to go over there. Their ownership is a joke. Whatever. Go over there and see if you can be good with the Saints. I don't know. Jalen Carter wasn't bad in 2023, and yet I told one contractor, why I ain't gonna name. I DM'd him. I still got that tweet. I still got it on my phone. I said Jalen Carter was the best defensive. No, you're wrong. How am I wrong? You can say whatever you want. No, how am I wrong? Jalen Carter would have been Rookie of the Year if he didn't get hurt. Remember, he got banged up and was out for a couple weeks, I believe, with a sprained ankle. I believe it was some injury. Jalen Carter had a better if he had Fangio last year. I mean, not this 2023. I think that our defense would have been a lot better. And I think Fangio would have got the best out of Jalen Carter for real in his rookie year. I mean, this is the second year, and he's already doing phenomenal. He's a Super Bowl champion in his second year. I can't wait to see what he does in his third year, his fourth year. It's only going to get better. Jalen Carter was a phenom. And I wish they played Nolan Smith more last year in 2023, because honestly, Nolan Smith should have been starting over a guy like Patrick Johnson. Yeah, decide the genius. By the way, went to Cincinnati as an assistant defense coordinator. So much for winning over there, right? You hired a guy that's been a laugh stock in Philadelphia. Lily was the reason why we partly collapsed. Him and Matt Patricia. He's assistant, I believe. He's an assistant defense coordinator for the Cincinnati Bengals, by the way. I think that Fangio got the best out of Jalen Carter. But Jalen Carter's always been great. But you saw in his rookie year how he's making plays. I mean, that play where he stripped the ball out of Baker Mayfield's hands. In some ways, I wish Fletcher Cox came back for that year, man. Just imagine if Fletcher Cox came back that same year with Brandon Graham. We would have been unstoppable. I truly believe Fletcher Cox missed a big opportunity to not play one more year. I get Kelsey, but I thought Fletcher Cox should have played one more year. But then again, you never know. Then would we draft Jalen Hunt? So things played out the way he did. It is what it is. But Brandon Graham's a legend, man. Brandon Graham is a 2-time Super Bowl champion. He's done it all. And he went out the way he should have went out. A Super Bowl champion. And I want to thank him. Brandon Graham is my favorite Eagle player right now. All time. Along with B-Dog. All time. Those are my two favorite players all time. BG and Brian Dawkins. But I got to put my guy Brandon Graham above Brian. Brian never won Super Bowls. Wasn't his fault. It was all the reason why he didn't win one. For real. He should have had one. BG contributed to 2 Super Bowls and made big plays, man. The strip sack to Tom Brady. I always remember that play. When I think of Tom Brady, I think of BG strip sacking that bitch and put him on the ground. How I had tears in my eyes. Because that fucker was on the ground. And I said, you fucking little bitch. You finally got what you deserve. All that cheating that you did, it came back and bit you in the ass. Because I ain't gonna lie to you. Everybody was looking at we beat the GOAT. I didn't look at beating the GOAT. Just like I didn't look at beating the GOAT this year. I look at you stole something from us. We coming to take our shit back. Chiefs want to have a slippery field. Come on, man. You think that we're supposed to buy that you selling water the field before? No, you were cheating. It's cool though. How does it feel now? Because that ass whoop, you were competing with us in that last Super Bowl. You barely won that game by 2 points. You won, but you didn't blow us out. We blew the doors off y'all. It's a difference losing it close Game, because what hurts more, losing in the close match or losing in a whooping in the biggest game of your lifetime? Shutting down a three-peat that you thought you had. I mean, it got to sting more to know that you lost in a ass whooping when you're trying to chase greatness. And we shut that shit down. It was a high scoring game last time. This wasn't. This one was a beating. This one was a statement game. That you remember last time you were talking all that? Hey, what was it? TikTok boy, Juju Smith-Schuster, Poopster, whatever your name is. Oh, you were making Valentine cards to James Bradbury. How about this one? How about we get you Quinyon Mitchell and you can go again? Oh, that's right, you didn't do shit. You fucking bum. The only guy that I wish we played against more was Kadarius Toney. I wanted to play him so bad in that game. I wish he was on that fucking field. So we can send his ass back off the punt return and knock his ass back and create a fumble. But unfortunately, that didn't work. Kadarius Toney wasn't playing in that game, I don't believe. I wish, because he should have been the MVP. They gave it to Patrick Mahomes, but he should have been the MVP that got it. Was Kadarius Toney. Everybody loves saying Jalen shouldn't have been MVP, Super Bowl MVP. I draft safety and tight end. I don't think we need tight end. Why do we need tight end? How many times we signed? We signed 4. I don't think the Eagles are drafting tight end, bro. Maybe into like the 5th round, the 4th round. I think the Eagles are going to. This is what I think is going to happen. Unless you get a Trayvon Walker trade, or Dallas Goedert could get traded to Jags. If that's more likely not going to happen, the more likely going to happen is they're going to restructure him and make it a team-friendly deal where Dallas Goedert takes a 1-year restructured deal. And they're going to take less of his dead cap money and get rid of some of that fat that's on his contract. So they can be able to get him out of the books when they can move on from him. Maybe it's also so they can afford to get a team who wants to trade for him. Because no one's going to take that money that he has. Nobody. Unless you're the Jacksonville Jaguars who are just trying to get rid of players. I mean, what team is going to take that deal? Like Bryce Huff. No one's going to trade for him. Number 1, because he sucks. Number 2, he's unproven that he's even a great pass rusher. And number 3, his contract. It's a hazard to trade for him. You know what I'm saying? It's a hazard. No one's going to trade for Bryce Huff, no. And Dallas Goedert, he's another dead cap situation. The only team I can see that would do it would be Jacksonville. And that's why I think this plays out in my prediction. Because lo and behold, here we go. The Georgia Bulldog. The Eagles didn't get Myles Garrett. And yes, Zia Jure is a great signing. That doesn't mean Howard Roseman's done. That doesn't mean Howard Roseman won't go after a guy like this. Why not add another Georgia Bulldog? You already have a bunch of Georgia Bulldogs. Hey, just add them. Why add it? Since we want to add Georgia Bulldog, why don't we see if the Raiders would trade Chris, because they don't have a safety that's from Georgia too? No, he probably wouldn't be available. But I'm just saying, the Jaguars could listen to offers for 2020 first over Trayvon Walker per Charlie Campbell. I don't know how credible he is, but supposedly he's credible enough. Teams that were interested in trading for Crosby, Garrett can no longer pursue, meaning the Eagles. The route, but one under radar name to consider is Jaguar. And who would be a perfect situation for Trayvon Walker? Philly. Ain't the Commanders. They can't afford him. They're signing a bunch of 30-year-olds. Where are they going to fit them? Ain't the 49ers. They're trying to get restructured. They're trying to get rid of a lot of players, dead cap, and get them up out of here and cut some of the fat so they can pay party top money. But, if you listen to CG Ruthless under my comments, they're just retooling. Sure, bro. Sure, whatever you say. Who's the other team? The Dallas Cowboys? Fuck no. They're out here. The Dallas Cowboys out here signing guys like Elam. The cornerback for the Buffalo Bills who got burned. Have you been under the Buffalo Bills comments lately? They're fucking glad he's gone. You didn't strike gold with that move. You traded for first round, but Kenneth Murray is a bum. He's never lived up to the number one hype. And I like them coming out of Oklahoma. But you don't got the coach staff to do with the Eagles. If he went to the Eagles, I think it could be better. But you didn't need a Kenneth Murray. You needed a receiver. You needed to pay Michael Parsons. Yet you haven't done that. You needed a running back. Getting Miles Sanders. Why? Miles Sanders is a bum. Cowboy fans over there, but we got to upgrade. Upgrade? You got two number 2 running backs that are below average. The one from Broncos, I think he was the 3rd string running back, I believe. And I'm sorry, I'm not impressed with that dude. Miles Sanders is he fumbling. I can't wait to play Miles Sanders twice. He's going to be fumbling nonstop. Miles Sanders, only time he came to Dallas Cowboys because there's no other team would take him. No one was offering him money. He was the 4th string on the roster with the Panthers, I believe. I think he was the 4th string running back. I think the undrafted running back was playing before him. Who was playing? Was he playing in that Eagles game? No, I don't think so. I think they were playing the rookies over him. Chuba Hubbard took his spot. Son of a bunch of bums. Elam is trash. That cornerback is doogie. Dog shit. Kenneth Murray is a bust. You go out here and you sign Ziga Azur. Dude, are you serious? You sign guys like who's a passer for the Commanders? You sign a 30-year-old. You go back and you sign your player who left you on a 1-year deal. Jerry Jones is terrible. I love it. You're out here signing bums. You signed a tight end who's a bum for the Bears. They've been wanting that dude out of here. I'm sorry, you signed a linebacker from the Bears. He stinks. They didn't like him in Chicago. Why don't you go read the comments from the other teams who their teams have traded him to Dallas? Bill fans are fucking happy he's gone. They're blaming him for Josh Allen losing. And they over there celebrating. Like what? You celebrating what? You're going to be dead last with the damn Giants. Dak is still your quarterback. Dak is garbage. Again, 2-6. Was it 2? Is he 2-6 now? 2-7 in the fucking playoffs? Just saying. Cowboy fans think every backup is low rate. Cowboys stink. I look at the Dallas Cowboys. I could care less what they do in the draft. The Dallas Cowboy fans should be ashamed themselves from walking. I see them at work. I see a Cowboys fan with a hat on. I'm wondering, did this dude get lost? Does he know what year it is? It's not 1998, bro. You haven't won shit in 29 years, 30 years coming up. Maybe even 30 years. It's been that long. Every other team has made the playoffs. A rookie has made it in the exchange game, and Dak still can't get past the division round. The Eagles have won 2 Super Bowls since the 2000 era. You know what I'm saying? It's hilarious, bro. It's hilarious. What's up, Asia? How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're grieving well. Sorry about the passing of your family members. Prayers up to you. Hope you're doing well. Appreciate you for coming on. I think Miles Sanders is an upgrade. They think Miles Sanders is an upgrade. Yeah, Miles Sanders is more like a downgrade. Cowboys were hyping up T.Y. Hilton a few. Oh, yeah, you remember that? But you know what really hurt about it was that he ended up making the play of the game. That 3rd and 13, what was it, 3rd and 30? That really killed me because he didn't do shit. But that play of the game got him a contract, I believe. But T.Y. Hilton was a good fit for them. Now, T.Y. Hilton was a good addition for them. That was a perfect fit for them. I wanted T.Y. Hilton. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? The Cowboys made a great signing, bro. That was a good sign. But they didn't win him a Super Bowl. Just like the Mark trade didn't make a Super Bowl. I didn't think Mark Cooper was going to be good with Dallas. I ain't gonna lie. I used to call him Joey Galway 2.0. Go back my old video. I said, this guy's I thought we actually got the better trade, honestly. I didn't know he was worth the first. So I didn't think he was going to be that. But then again, we didn't have corners. The second you got a corner, disappeared. Now you had Jalen Mills on the other side, burnt. He burned them. Guys that were just scrubs. Like, you remember we had what was that Buffalo Bills cornerback? What was that cornerback that we signed? Dude, he got cooked. No, I don't think he was playing against him. What was it? What was his name? No, it wasn't Buffalo Bills corner. I'm thinking of another guy. The undrafted cornerback. Dude, he got destroyed by Mark Cooper in Dallas. I still remember that game. 4 fucking touchdowns, I believe. They should have kept that dude. But again, I'm glad they didn't. I'm glad they didn't, man. You know what I'm saying? But then again, Mark Cooper, you know, his problem has always been laziness. That's why he's been bouncing from team to team to team. T.Y. wasn't a bad sign, but the way the Cowboy fans were talking, oh, yeah, absolutely. They're acting like they were going to the Super Bowl. They weren't. We were just terrible. We had a bad quarterback on our team, Carson Wentz. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, bro. It is what it is. We had a bad quarter, and now we got the best quarterback. You went from a guy that's regressed to the guy that's the best. So I'm glad it happened the way it is. I wouldn't change nothing. Asia knows Sally. I watched it from home. She talked about the Super Bowl. It is what it is. But like I said, man, again, anybody don't think my quarterback is better than these other quarterbacks? I mean, okay. Yeah, I came with receipts this time. Jalen Hurts. I had this debate, right, with a Jets fan. And I don't know why I had it at work, but I feel like, because I like talking football, whatever, but I said, would you take Josh Allen over Jalen Hurts? And obviously a Jet fan, he said, yeah, I would. Really? Or because I'm a Jet fan. Oh, okay. And I keep bringing it up because Josh Allen got paid. The Bills didn't need to pay him. They rewarded him like he was a Super Bowl champion. If the way the Bills paid him, you would think that Josh Allen won the Super Bowl. Why would you pay a quarterback when you can't even get past an AFC Championship game? That's why GMs fall flat on their face. That's why they end up like the 49ers, or they end up like the Commanders the next 2 years. The Bills are going to be in the same situation. Yeah, you're paying your quarterback more. Your quarterback can't even win right now. Why are you paying the bag? Yeah, he's a great player for y'all. But wait until he wins the Super Bowl before you offer him more money. Jalen's not even the highest paid quarterback anymore. Every quarterback's got better money, got more paid than him. When you look at Jalen's contract, it's a bargain. Howie Roseman, once again, ahead of his time. But he's beaten every single one of these quarterbacks. Josh Allen, you know the other team that he hasn't beaten yet? Guess who that guy was? He hasn't beaten the Eagles. Why is that? Number one, because of Jalen Hurts. They had a shot beating us. Jalen Hurts won that game. Jalen Hurts is a winner. And that's what winners do. They love saying, well, and now this whole theory, right? And listen, I don't care I could care less what people think about Jalen Hurts. If you think that Jalen Hurts, and I love hearing everybody's story, because Fletcher Cox said it frankly, he's the best quarterback in the NFL. And the guy's like, oh, the guys in the comments are going to, he said, the comments can say whatever they want. He's a Super Bowl MVP quarterback. He is the best NFL. You got people say, no, you're only saying it because he's on the Eagles. Oh, you have to say that. No, bro. No, I don't. No, you don't, because newsflash for you. He did this. You ding dong. You mook. Hurts, 17 for 22, 293 yards, 3 touchdowns, 11.9.7. I don't like when dummies talk out the ass. I don't like when dummies talk out the ass and say dumb shit. Well, you only said it because, bro, he's the only quarterback I believe has broken a curse. Look at all the, I brought receipts every time. Brock Purdy can't get back. Look at all these quarterbacks that couldn't get there again. After losing, when you lose a Super Bowl, it's hard to get back. 9 times out of 10, you don't end up being back. He's one of them. You know who the other one was? Jalen Hurts. The other one would probably be, no, Brady didn't get back to following you. So Jalen Hurts is the only quarterback that's done it. Matt Ryan didn't get back. Cam Newton didn't get back. Colin Kaepernick didn't get back. Rick Scrub didn't get back. Neil O'Donnell didn't get back. Look at all these quarterbacks. Yeah, you want to talk about my quarterback ain't special? That's some special shit right there. Look at all these quarterbacks. Don McNabb couldn't get back. Joe Burrow still can't get back. Yeah, he's so-called better than my quarterback. I love how fans are, Jalen Hurts not better than Joe Burrow. I'll put Joe Burrow above him. Really? How many Super Bowls does Joe Burrow have? No, but his defense stuff. No. How many Super Bowls does Joe Burrow have? Was he good in that Super Bowl? I don't think so. I think he was bad. If I can remember correctly, did he throw a pick in that Super Bowl? Wasn't he the worst quarterback in that game? Didn't Matthew Stafford outplay Joe Burrow in the third quarter? Was that the same Joe Burrow? Was it? Because I remember watching a game. Matthew Stafford was piss poor too. I love how everybody wants to talk about Matthew Stafford's better than Jalen Hurts. It's funny he's not a Super Bowl MVP. Why do you think they gave it to Aaron Donald instead? Aaron Donald was the real factor why they won it. They won it because, number one, Joe Burrow was terrible. He was throwing a lot of footballs in bad situations. Part of it was his offensive line. Part of it, I think he got hurt too. Can't stay healthy. But number two, Matthew Stafford was terrible. Why he didn't get the MVP? He was average. Jalen Hurts was the only quarterback that done it. But they want to say he's not special. You listen to these outsiders, these goofballs, these nerds on X, the know-it-alls. I'm not saying I know it all, but if you're going to come at me and talk to me, if Josh Allen did the same thing Jalen Hurts did, do you think that you would be hearing that Jalen Hurts is better than Josh Allen? Do you think that people would be trying to tell you? Do you think Bill fans will be sitting there and trying to hear that Lamar Jackson is better than Josh? No, they would be telling them who's Super Bowl MVP. Josh Allen. But now with Jalen Hurts, not Josh Allen, you want to see Josh Allen's better. Really? Why? He beat him already. He beat him. He beat Josh Allen already. What are you talking about? Come with facts now. Stop listening. I keep telling, and I told PSN this too. Stop listening to ESPN talking heads. And come with facts. You listen to ESPN narratives that are filling your head with lies. He's beating every quarterback. Don't worry, he will beat Justin Herbert soon. Remember, because he played him, the only time he played him was in his first year as a starter. And he actually asked, if you want to be real, he kept us in that game. But it wasn't enough, unfortunately. And they also had a better team that game. He's beating Patrick Mahomes, outplayed him. He's beating him Arrowhead. These ain't in the Super Bowls. These are regular season games. You love to talk about regular season games. Well, Josh Allen, oh, it's different. No, it's not different. Josh Allen played him in Philadelphia in 2023. And with the thing that Jalen Hurts did and showed everybody was he could throw the ball. Because everybody loves saying he's in the system. I heard a Jets fan was telling me today, Jalen Hurts is in the system. He's in the system. What system? He hasn't been in. A system is more than 2 years. He hasn't been in the system. His system is every time it's changing on him. Josh Allen has been in the exact same system for most of the time. How many offensive coordinators has he been through? I think his offensive coordinator was his quarterback coach. Kellen Moore just left. Jalen Hurts has never had an offensive coordinator more than 2 years. He's on his, 50th one? I don't know how many. How many offensive coordinators has he been through? I should have got that too. Yeah, he's beaten Joe Burrow. He's beat Patrick Mahomes. No, these ain't opinions. These are facts. These are the results. And Jalen Hurts was the reason why they won these games. You can't tell me, well, no, Josh Allen lost that game. No. No, you ain't gonna try to rewrite history. No, you ain't gonna stop right there. I watched that game. I remember me and Stu was on live. And him and I were going back and forth because I said that game looking like it's gonna be over. And Stu told me, said, EC1, relax. I mean, what do you mean? He said, relax. We got Jalen Hurts. They make adjustments in the second half. He will win this game. Bam! Shot to Stu Vision, by the way. We won the game. Because I knew I had the right quarterback was. I knew if we win this game, it's because of Jalen Hurts. But I wasn't confident that defense was trash. They over there talking about Josh. Some Eagle fan told me today that Josh Allen would win the Super Bowl with Jalen Hurts, with Jalen's offense. Why can't he not win in Buffalo? He just got paid. They must think he's able to win the Super Bowl for them. Why can't they not get there? Stop living off fantasy and come back to the real world. It hasn't happened. I don't do what is. I don't do what it could have, should have. I do what reality. Josh Allen has never been to a Super Bowl. Josh Allen has never played anybody but Patrick Mahomes and got his behind beat every single time. Neither is Lamar Jackson. Joe Burrow has been the one time. That's why he still hasn't gotten back. Oops, sorry. Oh, I got more receipts. I came prepared today. Look at that. Joe Burrow on the list. Brock Purdy on the list. Jared Goff. Who, better than Jalen? No. Matt Ryan. Name me another quarterback that's gotten back after losing the Super Bowl. When you lose the Super Bowl, you don't get back. When has that happened? Jalen's the only guy that done it. Come back to Super Bowl. Now, you could put guys like Brady, maybe. I don't know why our previous 90 quarterbacks lost their Super Bowl debut starter and never made it back. I think Brady has been back. But that's it. Look at these quarterbacks. Look at these quarterbacks. Now go ahead and tell me that ain't special. Well, I'm sorry. Suppose it was a curse that was broken. You say my quarterback can't beat these quarterbacks, but yet you're beating them. He went toe-to-toe with Josh Allen. You ain't going to try to rewrite history and tell me, well, if the guy caught the pass. Well, no. We can do that too. If Sean Asai had a better defense that game, we blow out the Bills. Because your defense, your offense, the Bills weren't moving that ball that much until Sean Asai couldn't make adjustments. Just like we would have beaten the 49ers. We could do that all day. The question is, I don't care. Who made the winning play? It's not hard to understand. I watched the game. You ain't going to tell me what I didn't see. How you going to tell me? That's like, again, you're not going to tell me it's raining by pissing on my leg. You're not going to do that. You're not going to say it's raining and piss on my leg. You're just not going to do that. You ain't going to tell me that I didn't see what I saw. I saw my quarterback beat Josh Allen in a shootout. Don't tell your defense didn't lose that game. Josh Allen threw a pick to Bradbury. That was before that last minute throw where Davis just dropped the ball. And really, to be honest, it wasn't Davis who dropped the ball. It was the fact that Davis couldn't get there because it was great coverage. Davis was going, they knew exactly what they were doing, but they knew the defense had Davis one-on-one and Davis couldn't make the catch. But it didn't matter. When you thought Josh Allen had that game locked up, because 9 times 10 when Josh Allen's in the shootout with any other quarterback, he beats him. Jalen Hurts went toe-to-toe and won. Stop playing with my fucking quarterback, bro. You're not going to sit there and disrespect my quarterback like he's some scrub that's on a fucking elite team. No, that's not the case. You're not going to do that. We're not going to sit there and play woulda, coulda, shoulda. Well, if Herbert was on the Eagles, no, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. We're not going to throw a narrative and try to hope it sticks like it's some goddamn piece of gum that's on the fucking side of the railroad. Like the what do we call it? The on the rails as you're walking down the steps, the concrete steps where you stick gum under. We're not going to do that. You're not going to tell me that Josh Allen is better than Jalen Hurts when he can't even get to a Super Bowl. And now that Jalen's beating him, and now played him. You look at Jalen Hurts, and you saw that game. He went toe-to-toe with him, and he threw some incredible passes that were like, damn. There was no excuse. Diggs was playing. Davis, everybody was in that game for the Bills. Nobody was hurt. Jalen Hurts outplayed him and won the game. But, you listen to a group ball, they could swap it down. That never happened. It's cool, though. Go ahead and cry more in the comments. Truth hurts. It stings. They always say the truth always hurts. The truth always sucks because you don't want to hear the truth. And rather be honest, you want to tell lies. You want to spread rumors. You want to spread conspiracy theories. You want to throw out what ifs. I don't do what ifs. Would have, could have, should have. It didn't happen. Jalen Hurts Super Bowl MVP. Josh Allen ain't. Mar ain't. Burrow ain't. Herbert ain't. Stafford ain't. Who else? Jaden Daniels ain't. Jalen Hurts is. He has the ring. He has the MVP, Super Bowl MVP presentation trophy in his hands, smiling with the Lombardi trophy in his second hand. Come on. I don't care about a measly award. I'd rather have Super Bowl MVPs than just MVPs. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. And because Pickett's now in Cleveland, yeah, good luck with him. Browns are still looking for a quarterback. Hey, Herbert can't get past a walk. Herbert is terrible, man. Like, honestly, why do people always hype up Herbert, man? When I watch the guy, I don't see a special quarterback. I don't. And I'm tired of excuses for him. They need to get him receivers. No, they don't. They need to show their first-round pick that there's expectations. And you never live up. Why do they treat these quarterbacks like they're rookies, man? They treat Jalen Hurts like he's a fucking bum when he does great. They think that he can never pass them. And it hurts them every single time he plays because all they do is sit there and make excuses. Now it's, well, I'm taking Stroud over. I'm taking Jaden Daniels over. Stop, bro. You're not taking those CJ Stroud over as Super Bowl MVP, man. You're not. And if you are, you're a bozo. And you clearly just don't know football. And you clearly are clueless and blind and understand that what you're saying is ridiculous. That's like me saying I'll take Phillip Rivers over a seven-time Super Bowl champion, Tom Brady. What? I'm taking the guy that wins. The fuck kind of, when did we become so screwed when it comes to, like I swear we're in bizarre land. Every time I see, I feel like I land on idiotic, I feel like I land on Moronville. Moron. When did I land on Planet Moron? Shout out to my guy, Online Giant Sports. AKA Tim. Because he comes up with that. I love when he says, when I land on Planet Moron. I don't know. I always give him the shout outs because when I quote the quotes, I try to give him shout outs. No, because then they say, you take people's credit. No, I don't. I give people their credit. See, I just did. Herbert lost to Jackson. Yeah, dude, he lost to Trevor Lawrence. And they both were terrible. And it takes both playoff games. And you know, the thing about C.J. Stroud is he wasn't good in that playoff game, too. Didn't he throw 2 picks? They treat Justin Herbert like they treat him like a Super Bowl champion. They treat Justin Herbert and Josh Allen Lamar like they won Super Bowls, like they've been in Super Bowls, like they're the redhead stepchild that they can do no wrong. Jane Daniels is like their next big thing, and really, to be honest, he's a rookie. He had a great year, but it ended up being for nothing. Because the goal wasn't to get there. His goal was to win it. And Jalen did that. They love saying, you know, I'm listening to guys like Greg Olsen. I would love to debate Greg Olsen. I would smoke him. You know, Greg Olsen over there till I'm not a hater with Jalen. When I watch Get Lady Kid versus him, he over there said, you think that Josh Allen better than Jalen? No, he is better than Josh Allen. Shut up. Stop it. Josh Allen's never been to a Super Bowl. He beat Josh Allen. Stop it. Stop it. Don't get butthurt because your quarterback threw the game away by not running for that fumble in that Super Bowl. Don't be hurt because you're a brainless peasant and you're a brainless fucking joke. You're a great tight end, but you're brainless. Hurts ain't. Josh Allen's brainless. Again, don't say it's raining, but really you're pissing on my leg because that's what you're doing. You're saying stuff that's not true. Josh Allen's never been. Jalen Hurts is better than Josh Allen because he wins. When it comes to regular season, you can give it to Josh Allen. But when it comes to playoffs, forget about it. It's not even debate. I don't do what if couldas. Well, you think that if you think Jalen's top 2, I think Jalen's the number 1. Name me a quarterback that did this. I would love to show Greg Olsen that. Matter of fact, let me just show your quarterback choking in that Super Bowl. Because after all, he only cares about MVPs. I would love to bring Greg Olsen. Because I would understand why do you hate Jalen? Your boy Jaden Daniels got 55 dropped on his head by Jalen. Do you think that he what? What am I missing? I'm scratching my nose trying to figure out what the bullshit is coming out his fucking nose and shit like that. Why are you trying to stuff us with bullshit? Your nose is filled with manure, horse shit, and you're trying to spew out garbage. That's not true. He's beaten Josh Allen head to head in a shootout. And Josh Allen had a chance to win, threw a pick to Bradbury. Jalen didn't throw a pick. Why he won? Do you remember that? But you know, you listen to people like that. Greg Olsen never won shit, but yeah, we're supposed to take him seriously. Also, once again, Jalen Hurts outplayed Mahomes twice in the Super Bowl. You know, and to be real, he outplayed him in his first year too. Do you remember when Jalen Hurts had the bad defense? Remember that play where he was playing Mahomes with Tyreek Hill? You look at statistics, he outplayed Mahomes in that game. He outplayed Justin Herbert in that game. People don't want to mention that, but he would have beaten Justin Herbert if that fucking receiver, Jalen Reagor, would have fucking caught that ball. Would have dropped it. He would have won the game if we kicked the field goal, but we instead went for it. But it is what it is. Jalen Hurts has always been one. It's funny. Everybody didn't know who Joe Burrow was until he won in Ohio State with the best receiver core in the league in college, in Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase. Does anybody remember where Joe Burrow has played before that? Was anybody even talking about him before that championship game? No. I don't recall people saying Joe Burrow is the next greatest thing coming out. No, the only reason he got the way he did because he took an LSU team who was already loaded. It makes me laugh because they already told Joe Burrow has nothing around him. He did in college. That's why he got drafted to number 1 from Cincinnati. And he has 2 number 1 receivers that got locked up. So again, I don't need no excuses when he doesn't win anything. But Joe Burrow, no one remember who he was until he won something. Who was Joe Burrow before that? I don't remember him. Do you remember where Joe Burrow played? What's another shoe before that? You know where it was? Ohio State. Ohio State. Yeah, you swap it down. Joe Burrow has been a guy they've been talking about. They only talked about him 1 year after winning the championship with LSU in college. After winning the national championship in college. That's when they were hyping him up. Nobody knew who Joe Burrow was. Nobody knew. Everybody didn't know who he was until he won it. Then he started getting buzz around. And then he's suddenly a number 1 pick. Jalen Hurts has been that. Jalen Hurts has been tested everywhere he went. He's better than Joe Burrow. Because Joe Burrow has been nothing but, if you want to be real, a quarterback that's been mediocre that went to the top after 1 championship. And that's all it takes. When you win a college championship, you ranked high. Simple as that. When you're in the big games in college, you're ranked high. Why do you think Tua went high? Why do you think Herbert went high? Herbert was talked about for a while. These quarterbacks, they hype. They don't turn out to be the guys that they think they are. Trevor Lawrence, the next Peyton Manning. Okay. Trevor Lawrence, the next Drew Brees. Trevor Lawrence, the next Brady. What? Trevor Lawrence, the next Joe Montana. Really? Deshaun Watson, he's the next greatest quarterback out. Houston got a franchise quarterback. Huh? What are you talking about? Oh, because you watch him in Clemson, huh? And then did you watch him when he had nothing around him? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. How's he doing in Clemson? Oh, okay. Doesn't look good, does he? Doesn't look like a top 5 quarterback. But you swore Eagle fans swore him down. He was he was top 5. He's better than Jalen Hurts, remember? Come on, man. Jalen Hurts is the best quarterback in the NFL, man. I'm not taking nobody over Jalen Hurts. Don't scream Justin Herbert. Never won a playoff game. If you're going by playoff games, Jalen Hurts is number 1. You want to talk about regular season? I don't care about regular seasons. I keep on telling everybody, say, well, regular season counts. No, it don't. Playoffs is what it matters. The postseason. That's what matters. I could give a fuck about the regular season. You want to know why? Dak's a regular season quarterback. Good regular season quarterback. What does he do in the playoffs? Nothing. Jimmy Garoppolo, great regular season quarterback with the 49ers. What do you do in the Super Bowl? Choked. Jerk off. Great regular season quarterback. Get to the playoffs. Choke. Kirk Cousins, great regular season choke in playoffs if he gets there. Tony Romo, chokes in playoff game. You see the pattern? You see a pattern? Justin Herbert, great regular season quarterback, great stats, put a bit, chokes in the playoffs. Josh Allen, a great regular season quarterback, MVP finalist, chokes in the playoffs. Lamar, great regular season quarterback. Look at him go. Look at this guy. He chokes in playoff games. Jalen Hurts, Super Bowl. Lombardi Trophy, Super Bowl MVP. Everybody questions in the regular season, can he throw the ball? Huh? Next year, it's going to be, could Jalen Hurts throw the ball? Jalen Hurts got to work on his soul. What do you mean talking about, clown? He just threw the ball. I won a Super Bowl. I can't wait for them to say, Jalen Hurts hasn't shown he can throw the ball. He's not consistent. Huh? Buddy, you just won a Super Bowl. But you're going to hear next year, all these other quarterbacks. Watch. When the Giants draft Cam Ward, he will be better than Jalen Hurts. And I'm going to say he's a rookie. But you got Giant fans, I'm sure, going to be in the comments. No, he's a superstar. He's better than JD5. He's better than Jim. He's a rookie. Calm down, just like JD5. Calm down. Because when JD5 has a setback, which he will, Commander fans will be, why is JD5 not the Super Bowl? He had a great regular season. This is what happens when you got a quarterback that's still learning. And I don't think the Commanders helped him out this year. I don't. You know what I'm saying? Debo Samuel's not upgrade over a guy like DK Metcalf. It's not. I keep hearing the commissioner was secretly rooting for the Chiefs to win. Oh, absolutely. And that's why I hate Roger Goodell the more and more. You know, Roger Goodell makes no significant the fact that he wanted the Chiefs to win. I'm sure he did. Did you see how pissed he looked? I watched him interview Nick Sirianni. Dude, he was mad. He's mad. He was mad that Jalen Hurts won. I'm sure they wanted the Chiefs. Guess what? I don't care. Neither do the Eagles care. Jalen Hurts didn't care. The commissioner can want a lot of things. The commissioner rooted for Patrick Mahomes, and all he got was a disappointment. I love when the commissioner was so angry at Jalen Hurts winning. Oh, it made me happy. First of all, Jalen Hurts deserves to win. If you want to talk about a guy that deserves to win a Super Bowl MVP, Jalen Hurts does. The things he's been through. The media is still questioning whether he can win. Why are you questioning a Super Bowl MVP when the game was on the line? Threw a bomb, he threw a absolute strike to Devontae Smith for a go-ahead touchdown to seal the game. Yeah, you got dumbasses over there talking about Jalen Hurts wasn't great. He was just great around the top. Really? Barkley didn't do shit in that Super Bowl. Well, if you don't have Saquon Barkley, come on, man. I don't do what ifs. You told me if Barkley was shut down, you don't think Jalen Hurts could win a Super Bowl. Now he throws the ball. Now you want to question everything. See, the narrative always change. They want to switch up their topics when they get exposed. Now it's the top four elites. It's if first is Jalen Hurts can be the quarterback. Dan Silly over there talking about, and I love everybody wants to call him the genius. He's the same one who said that Jalen Hurts, when he gets paid, they can't build around him. He's going to have to be a top 5 quarterback. Well, he is. But he's not a money-hungry quarterback like these other quarterbacks. He's a winner first. He wants to win championships. He don't care about money. Devontae, same way. Wins, doesn't care about money. Devontae could have had more money if he wanted to. It would have been harder to sign A.J. Brown. Devontae made sure A.J. Brown got the bag, too. He said, if my guy's not there, I don't want to be here. If my guy's not beside me, then it doesn't make a difference. I don't care about the bag. Make sure AJ is good too. Shout out to Devontae Smith. That's why him and AJ are great friends. That's why they're able to keep their core together. Where you got guys like the Bills who can't even get a receiver for Josh Allen without trading him. TJ Chalk can't even get a break without guys falling apart on him. Justin Herbert, no receiver wants to come and play for him. They rumor every time a receiver is rumored to be there, all they focus on is the Chargers. The Chargers. Who wouldn't the fuck want to play with Justin Herbert? If I'm a receiver, I'll stay way the fuck away from him. Look how many receivers that went to the Chargers and ended up being bust over there. It's amazing. The number 1 pick that was good out of TCU. Any other team would have blossomed. But he goes to the Chargers, he stinks. It's amazing. The guy had Keenan Allen. Can't win nothing. How many more weapons does Justin Herbert need? He had elite defense this year. They had a team around him. He had weapons everywhere. Ladd McConkey was a stud. It didn't matter. He chokes through 4 ill-advised interceptions. Yeah, you keep on hearing that he needs weapons. Crazy. Defense should have gotten the Super Bowl MVP and then the Super Bowl 58, not Mahomes. Well, if you want to be real, I think Kadarius Toney should have won the Super Bowl MVP because he the one that kick return in that last game. That punt return that Kadarius Toney had was the reason why we lost that game. Because we still had a game before that kick. That punt return, when Kadarius Toney brought it back, I knew the game was over. Because it's like, all right, our special team's been bad. But if we still were in the game, and I keep on saying Jalen's got that ball back, he would have been 2-time Super Bowl MVP. He would have been back-to-back MVP. Just imagine we won those 2 Super Bowls. He would have been a 2-time Super Bowl MVP, Jalen Hurts. You can't talk shit about my quarterback, man. You can hate all you want. Super Bowl MVP. You can hate all you want. It doesn't change reality. Your quarterback has not won a Super Bowl. If you're a Ravens fan, you can't say shit about my quarterback. Your quarterback threw a pick and fumbled. Your quarterback can't read a certain defense than Spags, who Jalen ripped apart. Your quarterback's not a winner like mine. I don't care about his running MVP awards. Give me the guy when the game is on the line in the Super Bowl, or I'm sorry, a guy that gets to a Super Bowl. Give me the quarterback that gets to a Super Bowl. Because Josh Allen can't, Lamar can't. Burrow's been the one time, again, can't get back. Mahomes is the only guy that's been there. Jalen is the only one that's been versus Mahomes for the last 2 times. Purdy has faced him one time and can't get back there. Think about that. Jalen has first Mahomes 2 times and outplayed him both times. Yeah, people question his arm strength. They say he can't throw. He's not an accurate. Shut up. You're lying. You're lying. Did he not show you? You want me to help you out? I mean, I don't know if this is clear, but I can help you out if you need some help. What are you talking about? You can't pass, huh? Oh, here comes the clowns in the comments. I'm sure. Oh well, he has a lead team around. Come on, man, stop, bro. Jalen Hurts, 17 for 2. No. This ain't the playoffs, bro. This is the Super Bowl. You said my man can't throw. 17 for 22, 293 total yards, 3 total touchdowns, 9.7 percentage. I'm sorry, passer rating. Talk about you can't. The fuck out of here, you can't throw the ball. What? 17 for 22 is phenomenal. 293 passing yards. Total yards in the air. 3 touchdowns. 2 of them were throws. I love how everybody wants to bring up, well, he threw a pick and the defense bailed him out. Did you not watch that play? The offensive line wasn't blocking. And that's why the dude is not here anymore. I think it was Fred Johnson. I think he's in Jacksonville now, right? After that pick, how many picks did he throw? Oh, that's right. He lit them up. You know what I'm saying? But everybody wants to talk about that one pick. Okay, cool. You want to focus on that. Don Devontae looked accurate to me. Hell. I think every throw Jalen throws so far has been accurate. Does he miss some throws? Every quarterback does. Why don't you ask me in the playoffs who had more interceptions, Jalen Hurts or any other quarterback? Just hope he threw 4. He got eliminated. Love. The Packers are out here trying to ban the tush push. Nah, ban your quarterback who threw 4 interceptions. Stop being a bunch of little babies. I hate sore losers. You didn't lose because of the tush push. You lost because your quarterback threw 4 INTs, NOVs. He threw 1 to Bond. He threw another to Quignon. And then he threw 1, I believe, to Blankenship. I'm sorry, Slay. He threw 3. I'm sorry. So he threw 3 interceptions. Your quarterback turned over the ball. You know who didn't turn over the ball? Jalen Hurts. And that's why he was in the Super Bowl. And your quarterback wasn't. Stop crying and acting like little babies. Bunch of sore-ass losers. Because they can't do what Jalen Hurts is doing. And they can't figure out how the Eagles are doing this. You think he got a stat? He gets statue like Foles? He should. Foles got it because of that play he made with the Philly special. It was our first Super Bowl championship statue. I don't care about the stat. Listen, man, Jalen Hurts don't need a statue. He will always be remembered as an Eagle. Jalen Hurts will always be an all-time Eagles great. When you win a Super Bowl, you're remembered for a lifetime. Look how many people still remember Jalen Mills and want him back, even though it was garbage. Look how many people still like Nelson Aguilar until they remember his lowlights of him dropping every ball after the following year. Yet they want him back. When you win a Super Bowl, you remember. Brandon Graham was remembered for more of the strip sack. That's why he's all-time great. It's about Lombardi's, man. Jalen Hurts is a Hall of Famer. He's put in a Hall of Fame resume. When he retires, you could be looking at 4 Super Bowls in a row with him. I've never seen a quarterback that is a more perfect quarterback than Jalen Hurts. He's everything that Philly wants in a quarterback, in my opinion. There's some Eagle fans who don't like Jalen Hurts. I don't understand it. Guy wins. We complain about guys that don't win, but then we get a win and we complain. All right. You know what I'm saying? He wins. He's a winner. He shows up. I know Jalen Hurts in the playoffs shows up when it matters. Do the Eagles have somebody to succeed after Brandon Graham, or do they have to draft one? I don't know. I don't think Brandon Graham. Well, Brandon Graham wasn't even the starter. He was a rotational guy, and I do think they have someone started over. I think his name is Nolan Smith, and Jalen Tunt. Moro Jomo has come through. We have a lot of guys, man. We're stacked. You know what I'm saying? But we definitely could add another passer. We're not shocked. Yeah, remember when the defense was bailing out Mahomes in that second cheese first 4? Yeah, he was a Super Bowl MVP in that game. They don't talk about that, though. Yeah, and how about the fact that the running back didn't get it, but Mahomes got it? Yet they want to talk about Jalen Hurts didn't deserve it, huh? Again, 17 for 22 yards, 293, 3 touchdowns. Again, I don't like tooting my own horn, but I'm going to. Don't talk football with me if you can't admit that this is not a good resume to have in the Super Bowl. For a guy that has 17, 22, 293 total yards in the air, you say he can't throw. Wrong. 3 touchdowns. Pretty good to me. If Josh Allen had that, you think people would be talking the way they did? No. I mean, you would think the way they'd be talking about him. Again, I keep bringing it up, man, because they love bashing him. But, you know, I want to show this again. The way they talk about Jalen Hurts is so disrespectful. Because, again, you look at the NFL quarterbacks in their first 4 seasons as a starter. 2 of them made it to the Super Bowl out of any other quarterback in the 2022 and 23. Mahomes and Jalen Hurts are only the guys that have been back. But look at these legends right there. Drew Brees started for 28. He didn't win a Super Bowl until he went to the Saints. But he was 1,200 for 400, 12,000 for 475, 83 TDs, 53 interceptions. Peyton Manning, 37 for 32, 0 Super Bowls. But then he won one with this. I think didn't he beat the Chicago Bears? So that, yes, 2 Pro Bowls. Okay, this is the 4th season we're talking about. Look at this. Look who has the Super Bowl. Every other quarterback in the 4 seasons haven't won a ring. Drew Brees, ringless in his first 4 seasons. Peyton Manning, ringless, first 4 seasons. Joe Burrow, ringless, for 4 seasons. Brett Favre, ringless. Lamar Jackson, ringless. Joe Montana, 2 Super Bowl championships. Dan Marino, ringless. Dan Marino's still great. And these are great quarterbacks. But look how many Super Bowls they have under them in the last 4 seasons. Aaron Rodgers, 1 Super Bowl. John Elway, ringless. Jalen Hurts, 1 Super Bowl. Josh Allen, ringless. Tom Brady, 3 Super Bowls. Patrick Mahomes, 1. Go ahead and tell me again. Like, come on. Like, seriously. I feel bad for Dan. That's the only guy that I feel bad for. All of these other quarterbacks, I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad. Dan Marino, I feel bad because he had great talent around him. But he didn't have what Joe Montana had. And that defense won championships. And he didn't have that. I think he would have been very phenomenal with another damn team. But it is what it is. You know? Elway won the Super Bowl in his 40s, I believe. He didn't win in his last 4 seasons. They didn't get to a Super Bowl until, what was it? Yeah, he was I think he was in his 30s or in his 40s or something like that. He was older. They have all great stats. Look at it. Aaron Rodgers, 870. Look at Jalen Hurts, 638, 385. Oh, look at that. Tom Brady had 14,000. So Jalen had some more passing yards than Tom Brady. 131, 159 in his 4 seasons. Look at that. 36 interceptions. Brady, 52. Josh Allen, 48, 35, 63, 37. Look at all that. Zay Flowers, Derrick Henry, Mark Andrews. Yeah, Lamar has nothing around. Yeah, I know. It's funny. It's hilarious. Oh, we need DK Metcalf. You know how Raven fans were begging for DK Metcalf. Oh, this would complete a Super Bowl. Dude, the quarterback is a choke artist. What part do you not get? Your quarterback lost you the game. Your defense was fine. Your quarterback choked. But you think DK was going to help your butler. Raven fans are so – they're the AFC Cowboys, man. That's what they are. They're the AFC version of the Dallas Cowboys. They honestly do not hold their quarterback accountable. I watch Raven contributors. Dude, I am so glad I'm not a Ravens fan because they would hate the fuck out of me what I would do to Lamar. Oh, I would destroy him. I told you many times, I would rip him apart. He's not a winner. He will never win a Super Bowl for the Ravens. And I need a quarterback that can get it done. I would not make no excuse for Lamar. I say this guy's inaccurate when he was. I say, why did he throw a pick? Why is he fumbling? This guy got paid so much. Yeah, he's a superstar. Cool. Why can't you get to a Super Bowl? What do you need to do for you to get to a Super Bowl? Do you need people to force? Do you need Derrick Henry to just hold your little hand and help you get there? You got Derrick Henry, the best running back. And yeah, you can't get there. And you went backwards because you just went to the AFC Championship game and now you can't get past out the first round. I'm saying the second round. You're still stuck in the second round? Crazy. I'd be a menace if I was a Ravens fan. That's why I'm glad I'm an Eagles fan. But you see me how I was a menace when it comes to moves that we made. Could you imagine some of these Eagle fans becoming Ravens fans? I don't think the Ravens, Lamar Jackson was a seed in Philadelphia. Do you think, honestly, they would accept this bad play by Lamar? Him fumbling and throwing a pick. If Jalen Hurts did that, we would not hear the end of it. Trade Jalen Hurts. For who? I don't care. He will never win us a Super Bowl. Josh Allen's better than Jalen Hurts. You see, I just threw the ball. Josh Allen don't throw picks. Come on. Imagine if he did what Lamar did and threw a pick and fumbled the ball. Oh, that's right. He did in his rookie's first year as a starter, and they were bashing him. Yet they treat Lamar like he's a god. They treat Herbert like he's a stepchild, like he's a redhead stepchild. They can't be, talk bad about. You analysts make me sick because the shit that you say about Jalen Hurts, these other quarterbacks don't do. You say you care about winning. Well, why aren't these other quarterbacks winning? And they're first-round picks. Herbert is a first-round pick, a top 2 pick, I believe. Tua is a first-round pick. Lamar is a first-round pick. Josh Allen's a first-round pick. Jordan Love was a first-round pick. The only one that's lived up to the number 1 pick so far is Patrick Mahomes. All these other quarterbacks have never lived up to the number 1 picks that they were supposed to be. Now, we'll see what Jaden Daniels is, but I don't know if he's going to win with Washington. Because Washington is not winning with Jalen Hurts in the division. I'm going to tell you right now, they're not. Jaden Daniels would honestly be better in another division. Like, I don't know. If he went somewhere like where the Falcons are, you have a better shot at getting into a Super Bowl. Because the divisions suck over there. But you got a quarterback that will always be able to catch up to you. Jaden Daniels honestly will never win with Jalen Hurts in his way. The only way the Commanders will win the Super Bowl is Jalen Hurts somehow gets hurt. And he's out for the season. Again, knock on wood. Because I'll never wish that on my quarterback, my Super Bowl MVP quarterback. That would be horrible. Okay. Jaden Daniels will always be behind. It will be like Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen. Except they're not in the same division. So let me give you a better one. It will be like, what would be a good comparison? But 2 great quarterbacks. The Bills? No. The Bills, maybe the Chargers? No. I don't know. What would be 2 great quarterbacks that played back-to-back each other? It probably would have to be I got to go back all the way to 1990. Probably with Boomer and Esiason. No. So it had to be Joe Montana. No. Probably Russell Wilson and Colin Kaepernick, maybe. But Colin Kaepernick's never been back after that. 1 Super Bowl, he's never been back there. Russell Wilson's been there 2 times. I don't know. What quarterback had – you got to think maybe Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen. But they're not in the same – I'm trying to think of one that will be in the same division. So I have to be C.J. Stroud and no, because Trevor Lawrence is terrible. C.J. Stroud's the only good quarterback in that division. In their division, really, to be honest. Jalen Hurts is the best quarterback in the NFL. I think he's the best quarterback in the NFL and Eagles history. You got goofball Eagle fans comparing him, saying you can't compare him to McNabb. McNabb never won a Super Bowl. Yeah, the fuck I can. McNabb is a choke artist. McNabb is a throw-up Mr. McPuke choke artist. Why the hell would I not? Jalen Hurts is better than McNabb. I'm sorry, has McNabb been to at least 2 Super Bowls? He's been to 1. And he blew it by throwing up on the sidelines. Throwing ill-advised interceptions. What are you talking about? McNabb's not better than Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts has already topped McNabb by going to the Super Bowl and winning it. I think Nick Foles is better than McNabb. Why? Because I can't say that. Nick Foles was afraid, but Jalen Hurts is. I love how Eagle fans want to come with this one contrast that you can't compare McNabb to Jalen. I can compare Jalen Hurts winning straight to McNabb now. You want to compare that? Name me time when McNabb has been a Super Bowl MVP. Oh, crickets. Yeah. Have McNabb been back-to-back Super Bowls? No. Has McNabb ever won 2 NFC championships? No. No, I don't think so. Shut up. Shut up. Jalen Hurts is the best Eagles quarterback in franchise history. He's better than McNabb. Yeah, he is. The only thing he doesn't catch is McNabb regular season, which he will this year. He's already beaten McNabb by a long streak. Everything he's done, McNabb can't do. McNabb never won his Super Bowl. Jalen did that. McNabb never been to 2 Super Bowls. Did that. McNabb has never been a All-Pro, 2-time Pro Bowler. Well, he's been no. Matter of fact, he probably been All-Pro, but he's never been to 2 Super Bowls. Matter of fact, he's never been a Super Bowl champion. I got even better one. He's never been a Super Bowl MVP. Don't talk to me about McNabb and Jalen Hurts. That's not a fair comparison. That's like comparing Dak Prescott to Tony Romo. Which one is better? Well, they both don't win shit. No. That's like comparing Tony Romo to Dak Prescott. I'm sorry. Tony Romo to Troy Aikman. Troy Aikman's way better. He won Super Bowls. Well, Tony Romo got better regular season stats. Huh? Troy Aikman's a Super Bowl champion. But that's like what you're saying, right? Because you're over there saying McNabb is better than Jay. How is McNabb? McNabb has never won a Super Bowl. You can't compare McNabb. Stop, Eagle fans. Don't compare him to McNabb's a bum. McNabb was a bum towards the end. I watched McNabb. I watched that fucking overpaid quarterback that we paid choke. And I mean, when I talk about choke, him and that fat ass Andy Reid, that fat fucking bitch, cheeseburger eating bastard that y'all glorified, yeah, him choked that 2008 NFC Championship game when we were supposed to be favorites. And because I'll tell you right now, we played the Pittsburgh Steelers in that game, we would have won that Super Bowl. And then you could have a conversation with me, McNabb won the Super Bowl MVP because the Steelers weren't great and we blew them out. We had that defense to beat them. We beat them before. I think we beat them 48-3 in that second game. All we had to do was beat old ass Kurt Warner. And this fucking overhyped quarterback that y'all hype threw the ball in the fucking dirt. And I mean in the dirt. Dirt balls. I was begging for Kevin Cobb to come in that game. I ain't gonna lie to you. Because how bad he was. He was piss poor. I mean, he was horrible. Inaccurate. Missing guys. I rewatched the game. It doesn't help when your defense can't stop Larry Fitzgerald. But it doesn't help when your quarterback is throwing inaccurate passes when guys are wide the fuck open. And you got a fucking coach who don't want to run the ball. Hey, Andy Reid, you like running the ball? No, I like passing the ball. So I can't stand that fat bitch. I'm glad that fucking dude is not my coach. We would never win Super Bowls with that fat bitch. You know what I'm saying? Between him and fucking Don McNabb. And the only bright spot in that game, when to be honest, was Deshaun Jackson. Because that throw that he made to Deshaun Jackson, that was pretty much toward the third quarter, I believe. No, that was the second quarter, I believe. And after that, you didn't see another game where McNabb showed any heart. McNabb, after that Super Bowl 04, he quit mentally. He checked out. All he cared about was eating this chunky noodle soup. He didn't care about winning. And he was jealous of a receiver when it was only going to make him better. Him and that fat bitch, I remember, said, we don't got to pay T.O. We'd rather pay Brian Westbrook. You don't run the fucking ball. How the fuck you going to pay a running back when you have a top 10 receiver in your fucking building? You fucking clowns. So that's the reason why I hate Andy Reid. The fact that you even thought it was a good idea to not, first of all, you didn't even want a receiver because you want to know why McNabb never had receivers. According to Andy Reid and his little press, we don't need receivers. No, our system doesn't require number one. You dumbass. You need receivers in this league. But this fat bitch didn't understand fucking comprehension skills. And clearly a 2-year-old couldn't feed him comprehension skills because I don't think a 2-year-old could even get I think a 2-year-old would honestly understand it better than Andy Reid. You lost back-to-back NFC Championship games at your favorite end. You didn't think you needed a receiver? And then when you got one, lo and behold, you made it to the Super Bowl. Then this fucking overhyped, this joke of a quarterback that, first of all, Eagle fans weren't even excited with that pick at first. So you already had Eagle fans against you. You would think that maybe you should have shut them up and do it. Because listen, everybody was against Jalen Hurts' pick, but he shut them the fuck up. He said, I don't care what people think. I'm going to go out there and show it that I'm the real deal. He didn't go out there and cry. He didn't get jealous of AJ and Devontae. No, because he understood that's only going to make him better. And that's what people don't understand. Is McNabb was a diva, selfish quarterback. And we had a head coach who was also about himself. You didn't want a receiver, and then when you got one, you made it to the Super Bowl. And the funny thing is we paid T.O. like we should have. Because people love bringing up T.O. and that's why I hate when people compare AJ to T.O. T.O. only became T.O. when he wanted his money. But if you remember right, he wasn't bitching and complaining. He wasn't bitching and complaining. He was happy to be there. He made McNabb what he was. McNabb didn't become McNabb where you saw where he was becoming a Pro Bowl. I mean, an All-Pro. I mean, I don't think was he All-Pro? I think he was. I'm talking about Super Bowls. Well, I'm sorry. He went to one Super Bowl. He didn't get to a Super Bowl until T.O. got there. And Andy Reid refused to get McNabb receivers. And all he said was, we didn't need them. Then you and your dumbass quarterback. And what pissed me off with McNabb was you knew you needed T.O. And you go behind his fucking back like a punk, like a bitch, like a sissy, like a fucking pussy. Because you're in your feelings. You can't get out your feelings because your butt hurt because a receiver took the spotlight from you. When you know that if you won the Super Bowl, you would have the spotlight all through the day. But you couldn't put your pride together. You couldn't put your pride to the side. Yeah, you were a good regular season quarterback. But when it came to leadership, you didn't have that. Jalen Hurts has leadership. When it came to putting your pride to the side, Jalen Hurts has that. You didn't. And you and Andy Reid, the two chumps in that fucking building, one that loves choking in NFC Championship games when you were favored to beat guys like Carolina and the Buccaneers, who you had them by just running the ball. John Runyon was screaming, run the fucking ball. Shut to my God, Bobby Murphy. But everybody been saying it, that he was held back. There's been reports. This fat bitch, who again, what did he do in this Super Bowl? You want to guess why the Chiefs lost that Super Bowl? You want to know why? Part of why Mahomes was throwing the ball nonstop? Because Andy Reid went past his old ways. Throw the ball constantly, not run the ball. It's about the defense. Well, the number one defense that the Patrick Mahomes saw was the exact same defense that was similar to the New England Patriots in 2004. You had to run the ball on them to win this game. The difference between the New England Patriots in 2004 and us, we had a great secondary. The Patriots had a great secondary. We had a great secondary too. But their front four wasn't better than ours. We had a way better front four. And the thing that pissed me off about Andy Reid in that 2004 Super Bowl, if you watched the Patriots in 2004, you could run on them. That's why the Raiders, that's why teams were able to run on them. And the only reason I won that game is because they were cheating. And they got away with it. But we had them by their balls in the first and second. Remember, we were up. We were up. Our defense was holding our own. We were mostly winning that game. We had the lead going to the fourth. And this is why I hate Andy Reid with a fucking passion. When I mean I hate him, I mean I despise him. Like all you see is fucking red, evil eyes when I talk about Andy Reid. Yeah. That loser that y'all brag about in Philly, The guy that fucking decided to throw the ball. When literally all you had to do was hand it to Brian Westbrook to close out the game. You didn't have to throw the ball. McNabb throws a pick. The pitch go right down and score. Oh, by the way, he made no adjustments because that's what Andy Reid does. No adjustments. Again, in that Super Bowl that we saw, exactly the same way. That dumb look that he had on his side, where you sit and go, hold on, let me take this off the screen. But the same dumb look he had, with the Chiefs, had the dumb look all through his career as an Eagle head coach. Whoa, what would I do? How about run the ball? You mean to run the ball? You mean the same one you refuse to pay T.O. and you pay the running back and Brian Westbrook? And don't get me wrong, Brian Westbrook was good, but I'm not paying him over a star receiver in T.O. And when I got a quarterback that sat there and said we don't need a T.O. What? Bro, you can't win without T.O., you fucking moron. You drunk ass, chunky noodle soup fucking little prima donna diva. So no, I can't say Jones is better than McNabb. He's way better. Better leader, better teammate, better winner. You damn right. McNabb's a loser. And people want to say, why don't you give McNabb credit? What credit? He's been to one Super Bowl. And he is the reason why we lost part of it. He was the main reason why we lost that game. He threw bad footballs. Again, improvised throws. One was to L.J. Smith when the guy was covering him. And if you looked, he was wide open. But he didn't want to do that because they would have hurt his pride. Rather than put his pride to his sideline, he threw the tight end, L.J. Smith, who's a fucking bum. I hated L.J. Smith. I hated that fucking bitch. We should have taken Jace Wynn over him. I hated that tall neck draft looking bitch. I hated him. God, I was so happy when we got rid of his ass. That sorry ass tight end that they drafted. The Andy Reid genius that he was. Oh, let's get L.J. Smith. Dumbass. So no, I'll say it from the beginning. Jalen Hurts is 10 times better than McNabb. I'll take him over any day over what McNabb did. McNabb has been a great regular season quarterback, had some great years, but he never won the big game. And Andy Reid was the main part. McNabb was the leader that was supposed to lead us back. You said, cool, you didn't need T.O.? Cool, then shut up and show it. But you couldn't do that because they only got worse after that. McNabb, after the 04, we didn't get back to the Super Bowl. And when we did get to the NFC Championship game, we got beat by an old washed-up Kurt Warner who got beat by the Steelers. And by the way, we were favorites in that game versus the Cardinals. They were underdogs in that game, I believe. And they weren't playing great football. We were the better team going to that game. The only thing they had was Larry Fitzgerald, who was a rookie, I believe. It didn't matter. Because McPuke, the genius that thought, well, we don't need T.O. We don't need anybody. Shut the hell up. You fucking prima donna little boy. You your mama chunky noodle soup little fucking bitch. Shut up. You needed T.O. That's why you couldn't get back. T.O.'s the only reason why you went to the Super Bowl. You clown. I feel bad for guys like, and I'll say it again, I wish Jim Johnson won a Super Bowl. People are not going to remember him. We know him, but no, when I type in Jim Johnson, I don't see him as the best. He's one of the best defense corners in the league. And he would have been one of the greats if he actually won a Super Bowl. But that fucking bum-ass head coach that y'all admire lost us that game. So Brian Dawkins didn't get a ring. Jeremiah Trotter, who deserved the ring, didn't get one because that bum-ass head coach that went to the Chiefs and now has one of the greatest quarterbacks. Because a lot of times Mahomes is bailing out Andy Reid. Because what did he do without Patrick Mahomes? Oh, y'all don't want to talk about that. I'm going to bring that up now. Since y'all want to talk about Andy Reid, love him so much. What did he do without Smith? Oh, okay. Okay. I believe they didn't go to the Super Bowl at all with him, right? until they got Patrick Mahomes and they started going there, right? Because Patrick Mahomes, I hate him I hate his cockiness, but he's a superstar quarterback. He's been bailing out Andy Reid. If you think Andy Reid's the genius behind the Kansas City Chiefs success, bro, you're wrong. Patrick Mahomes. Why do you think he's the highest paid quarterback right there? Patrick Mahomes is making Andy Reid winning Super Bowls more easier. You know what I'm saying? Patrick Mahomes is bailing out Andy Reid, his stupidity of making plays. That play he made. I mean, what was the AFC Championship game where dude, I've seen so many plays where Andy Reid's calling bad calls and Patrick Mahomes outsmarted him and made good decisions. That's just a quarterback making good decisions. That's not Andy Reid's play calling being good. That's just a quarterback understanding my coach is a moron. My coach don't know what he's doing. I'm going to help him so I don't make him look bad. But Eagle fans want to hype up Andy Reid. I miss Andy Reid. Man, fuck Andy Reid. Fuck him. I'll never respect that dude. I hate him. We didn't win Super Bowls with Andy Reid. We did when he was gone. When that fat cheeseburger eating bastard was gone, we started winning Super Bowls. You can damn right kiss my ass, Andy Reid. Kiss my ass, Don McNabb. You didn't win me a Super Bowl. I only respect winners. And we had losers for a while. Yeah, they got 10 NFC championship. The goal wasn't to get 10 NFC championship game. I keep on saying it. The goal was to win a Super Bowl. Now, is McNabb a Hall of Famer? No. If you want to talk about regular season Hall of Fame, maybe Eagles Hall of Fame, sure. But he's a gold jacket. Honestly, you want to talk about his stats? You can put him in there. Personally, for me, no. I don't think he should be in the Hall of Fame at all. That guy's a little bitch. Crybaby, weenie, sissy, diva, prima donna, stooge pigeon, drunk as hell in the biggest game of his lifetime. Crybaby, sissy, weak individual I've ever seen play for the Eagles. We don't need T.O. We don't need anybody. We don't need T.O. Shut up. You and Andy Reid threw the whole potential going back to Super Bowl way. We don't need. Well, we told T.O. We told T.O. We told T.O. We go let him go. Then what? Oh, that's right. You drafted Deshaun Jackson after McNabb was a little bit older. Oh, congratulations. When the dude started throwing dirt balls in the air. Too bad his prime was over. Congrats. Do I think it's all McNabb's fault? No. I think he had a horrible head coach. Do I think McNabb was part of the problem? Absolutely. McNabb lost the Super Bowl with his bad play call. But I blame most of it on Andy Reid. Andy Reid is 10 times was the problem. I'll never respect that guy. And all you Eagle fans that want to kiss Andy Reid's ass, let me tell you something. I guess you like losers. Because he didn't win shit in Philadelphia. He only won shit when he went to Kansas City with Patrick Mahomes as his quarterback. But let's remind everybody, he didn't win shit when Alex Smith was his quarterback. He only got good when a quarterback was bailing him out named Patrick Mahomes, a first-round pick. And then when he started having offensive coordinators. Some you don't have an offensive coordinator. Look who turned back to the old Andy Reid. Told you he wasn't calling plays. But y'all swore me down. He was calling plays, right? I told Chief fans, and I told him this, and I said this to this dude on Burger King 31. He didn't like that real well. You're about to find out the old Andy Reid while we fired his ass. You're about to find him. Now he don't have the offensive coordinators now, and he feels comfortable. Why want to go back to the Super Bowl? You ain't going back to the Super Bowl, buddy. The Chiefs will never repeat again. They're done. They're done. Andy Reid about to show you for the next few years why he was fired in Philadelphia. Because look at you. You're signing guys like DeAndre Hopkins. You're not going out here and you did draft a guy because they were worthy. But you'll be lucky if you only get that. You're not going to get a DK Metcalf. You know how the Chiefs didn't go after DK? You notice they didn't go after any other receiver this year? Welcome to Andy Reid world, where mediocre beats reality of, actually getting a nice receiver. No. Why we do that? Remember, Kelsey's the guy that you go rely on. I can't wait for next year when the Chief fans realize, oh shit, this coach don't know what he's doing. Wait, just wait. There's a reason why we fired Andy Reid. About damn time. Because now, after that Super Bowl loss you saw, that dumb look that you saw on his face, and the dumb look he's given us for the last 24 years of my fucking lifetime. I've been an Eagle fan. You see my picture. You see it. Let me take it off for a second. Let me show you. You see the picture? You see me as a little kid? Yeah. You see how sad he looks? You see how traumatized that little boy was? It's me. Me watching Andy Reid every fucking year. Choke. We don't need receivers. Choke. McNabb. Blah. Heartbreak after heartbreak. Hearing Cowboy fans screaming really peasant jokes to me. I blame Andy Reid for that. I blame McNabb for that. I blame the whole Eagles franchise for giving Andy Reid that many times. He's just been fired a while ago. But if you listen to old heads, Andy Reid's a great coach. Shut the hell up. Come on, man. What did he win? Well, he won with the Chiefs. Yeah, the Chiefs. Again, one of the best quarterbacks in the league in Patrick Mahomes. What did he win with Alex Smith? Because they had Jamar Charles. They had Jeremy Maclin. Why did he not win? Tabahada, whatever his name, Haley, whatever his name is. Eric Berry. Yeah. What did they win when he was there? Tyreek Hill, I think, was there. Dwayne, what was his name? What was the tight end that they signed? Was he drafted? Oh, I'm sorry. Was it Tony Gonzalez? Come on, man, stop. Tony Gonzalez? Was it Gonzalez? No. Who's the other guy? Who's the other guy I'm thinking of? It's Jamar Charles, because I got to go back. It was a while ago. Jeremy Maclin, Alex Smith, who was a first-round pick, by the way, who they traded for from the 49ers. Just to let you know that one. Yeah. What did he win? He only won because Patrick Mahomes is just, a lot better than Alex Smith. But when it comes to having a superstar quarterback, Andy Reid had that. He couldn't win with Alex Smith. But he was such a great coach, though. Just saying, man. Not everything's about Andy Reid, man. Andy Reid don't like paying receivers. No, that's why he didn't pay T.O. Listen, he sat there in the press conference and he said, I'd rather pay Brian Westbrook than T.O. McNabb even sat there and said, we don't need a T.O. I understand where T.O. is coming from. I'd be pissed too. Bro, I'm your best receiver that you ever had. What the fuck are you talking about? You ungrateful little ass quarterback. Like, when I hear the word Andy Reid, and I hear Eagle fans talk about him like he's a fucking god in Philadelphia, I want to puke my lungs out. Like, I want to say, what the fuck is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? I just want to shake him. Like, you fucking moron. The man has been a loser for the last decade with us. We never won a Super Bowl, and you're over there talking you love Andy Reid. Kiss my ass. What the fuck you like about him? What, he shoves cheeseburgers down his throat? He's in commercials? He never won shit. Did he bring Lombardi back home? No. We never had a Broad Street parade for Andy Reid. What the fuck you celebrating for? The man had chances after chances. How many NFC championships had he blown? Y'all make me mad sometimes, bro. I don't understand how you Eagle fans respect that. And listen, you can respect whoever you want. I'm not going to say I'm not friends with you. No, you can respect who you want. I just don't get you. Like my guy Mayor, shout to him. I don't get how he respects a guy when he lived through that time. How can you sit back and respect a coach who's been a loser? And I respect Mayor, no question about it. That's my dude. But I'm just sitting back like, bro, how do you respect him? Same with Stu Vision. He loves Andy Reid. I sit back and I tell him all the time, I don't know how you can sit there and respect him. Yeah, he been in the NFC Championship game. So what? And he lost a Super Bowl and he's never got back there. And every time we were the favorites, he cost himself game after game in the playoffs by the same dumb stupidity over and over again. Run the ball? No, but you're willing to pay a running back over a TO who's your best receiver when you wanted to throw the ball anyway. Make that make sense for me. You want to throw the ball all the time, but you don't want to pay a receiver. You want to pay a running back. You don't run the ball. You're not a running football team until you went to Kansas City. But Andy Reid was never a running football team. He came from the West Coast offense under, what's the Packers head coach? He came under, what's the name? What's the guy's name, bro? He was offensive coordinator for Brett Favre. I know that. What's the guy's name? Hold on, let me look him up, man. Because it's been a while, but I know he was the offensive coordinator for the Brett. Dude. He even made Brett Favre even was joking around about how they're going to yell at you. The head coach knew he was a bonehead offensive coordinator. That's my fault. And he didn't learn from that. You would think he would learn from that. You know what I'm saying? What's the name? Is it Brett Hoffman? Let me look. Mike Hoffman, I think his name is. Mike Hallgren. There we go. Mike Hallgren. Mike Hallgren. Was the guy he learned it under. That's why he was shipping from team to team too. He was fired, by the way, by the Packers too. And he ended up in Seattle. And you know what happened? It's funny, it happened. He lost the Super Bowl to who? Big Ben. Just let you know, that was the same guy who, by the way, lost to Steelers. Another chalk artist. But hey, people want to listen. It is what it is. Jeremy Maclin. Yep. I'm thinking of Dwayne. I think it was Dwayne Bowman. It was one tight end for Kansas City. I can't remember his name is. Doug Pearson, Nick Sanders, two coaches I respect. I respect winners. Like I said, I've been a little kid, and I can't count how many times I've never thought I would win a Super Bowl. So the fact that we got two, I always would cherish it. You know what I'm saying? Because you want to know why Eagle fans, and this is what I don't understand, what people don't understand is you want to know why Eagle fans are acting the way they do after the Super Bowl? Because they don't know the feeling. This is our second ring. Why do you think Eagle fans they're like, what do we do? The first one's like, what the hell we do? What? A Super Bowl? I don't know what to do. Let's go climb up on a pole. When you're used to losing, and you finally win one, you don't know what to do. So you do weird shit. The second one is like, you forgot the feeling again. You remember it, but you forgot the feeling. Once we keep winning, I'm telling you, fans will start calming down in Philadelphia. It's just a reaction. And part of it is because of Andy Reid. We could have had 3, And Eagle fans wouldn't have been this hostile. But again, there's a lot of people that didn't see a Super Bowl. A lot of people were Eagle fans, didn't see the Super Bowl. They dealt with that. Imagine one of your family members dying and not seeing the Eagles Super Bowl because they had to watch Andy Reid through 3 times. Bro, I can't imagine after 04, you suddenly pass away without seeing the Super Bowl and then realize, oh shit, I missed the 2-time Super Bowl. Like, that gotta be heartbreaking. We should have been 3-time Super Bowl champion. I will never forget that guy, man. McNabb and Andy Reid will always be a fuck them for as long as I live. Because that little boy in that picture is me. So anybody say, you've been Eagle fan for how long? You never been Eagle fan, you were 3 years old. Really? What's that little kid picture? Stop it. Stop it. Huh? Oh, you think it's Photoshop? No, it's not Photoshop. It's a real picture of me in an Eagles helmet. I got more. But I love how everybody tell me I just became an Eagle fan. So, bro, I've been an Eagle fan long before that, bro. When I tell people I was an Eagle fan, I was 3 years old, and I started watching football at 4 and 3 years old. I watched football at 3 years old. So that Tampa Bay Buccaneers game that we lost, people don't think I remember. I do. The 04 Super Bowl, yeah, I was a little kid, but look who that little kid was. I wasn't just an ordinary little kid, man. A lot of little kids didn't give a fuck about football. I loved football. Like, do you know what I'm saying? I know every feeling of it. You still remember I still remember when my grandfather died too. Like people forget. You remember a lot of shit when you're still little. Still have flashbacks when I was little, man, of what I did. Why do you think I wouldn't remember an Eagles game when we lost? I remember everything. I remember what I was crying at. I remember what happened after that. I remember you tell me. That's how I know every name from the past. I had coin collections. I had everything. I was a diehard Eagles fan. So when people tell me, you haven't been an Eagle fan in 3, stop lying. You're 15 years old. It's crazy. Dude, I'm about to be 25 in July 31st, man. That little boy is me. So you can understand why I hate Andy Reid. Now, if you're an old timer, you might love your Andy Reid because you realize, oh shit, I didn't see the Buddy Ryan era, but I saw the Andy Reid era, and it was one of the worst. It wasn't worse because we're winning, but it was like you just end up hurting me at the end. You know what I'm saying? And then I dealt with the Chip Kelly era, and that was horrible. Dude, I hated them. I hate it. I mean, I don't know which ones were. I don't know. Would I put Andy Reid above Chip Kelly? No. But he's second on my list. If you want to talk about the worst feelings, Andy Reid's up there. You want to talk about a guy that should never been a head coach? Chip Kelly is definitely there. I hate Chip Kelly. I never liked the hire. I hated the hire. I hated the hire. I mean, I remember breaking. I went to Arizona with my grandmother, and I got an Arizona Cardinals cup. I did something stupid. When we played the Arizona Cardinals in 2015, I remember breaking that cup on the ground and said, we're going to beat this team. Just to get our ass booked. And Jordan Matthew going, like, dude, you're getting blown out, and you're over there. That's why I hate Jordan Matthews, by the way. After that, I wanted him out of here. You know what I'm saying? It didn't help when Bradford was terrible. But yeah, so I've been through the worst times. But that little boy was me. And yes, I was feeling after that. So I was 04 of me. You could see the pain in my eyes. You know what I'm saying? I remember Chip Kelly and Andy. You know what I'm saying? And you can't imagine going to school and hearing Cowboy fans chat. How many rings you got? 0. And all you got to do is just sit there and take it. What are you going to say? All I talked to them was, you haven't won shit in 29 years. Well, you haven't won a ring at all. At least we got 5. You got none. That's all I heard. And after that, it's like, what can you say? You just walk away. but you lost. I used to tell them, you ever won shit in 29? How you going to talk to me? But you'll never see a Super Bowl. That shut me up right there. What are you going to say to them? You don't have rings. So you have to play the defense card where you haven't won anything in 29 years. Why are you talking? But they can always fall back to how many rings you have. You know what I'm saying? So you understand why Eagle fans act the way they do every time they go to Super Bowl. And that's why people tell me, why do they act like that? Well, because you're used to winning. I love a Chiefs fan saying, well, they're the worst fans in the world. Look how they act. You're used to winning. You've been winning. You're used to winning. 49 fans was like, well, Eagle fans, bro, you used to winning. You've been winning in the 90s. You've been winning. You've been in the 2000s era. You haven't won Super Bowl there. You're used to winning. Super Bowls. This is our second ring. So Eagle fans are sitting back saying, what do we do? It's like you don't know what to do because you never thought you even get the first one. Until 17, I knew we were winning the Super Bowl. Actually, you want to be real? When we signed Alshon Jeffrey, I said we're winning the Super Bowl. I loved Alshon Jeffrey with the Bears. I said, if you bring Alshon Jeffrey there, we're winning the Super Bowl. I said after, I said, we're going to the Super Bowl. Now, I could have recorded it on camera. I didn't, unfortunately, because I didn't have YouTube at the time. But I remember saying that to myself. Exactly at that free agent moment. I said, we're winning the Super Bowl with Alshon. And then we got towards, oh, yeah, we're definitely going there. And then I saw my channel around 2017 with the black nerd glasses. God, I hate those glasses. Squeaky little voice. Bro, I was a little kid. I was, 15? So, again, people don't understand. Eagle fans act that way because they don't know how to feel. You're used to not winning Super Bowls. This is your second one. Everybody telling you all the time you were never going to win one. So you're sitting back saying, what just happened? That first one was a shocker. Number one, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody picked us against, no one had us win it. They already hated our fans. And when we won the Super Bowl, it's like, all right, nothing you can say now. And then the second one was just because, really to be honest, I think it was more for Jalen Hurts. That second one was the Jalen Hurts and that big F you to Andy Reid. Number one, you come and steal something that's not yours. Not only are you a coach who choked our fucking Gory's way with McNabb and all the prime guys with the best defenses you ever had, you come and you steal it by robbing us and taking our shit that didn't belong to you with a slippery ass field. So not only you were fucking losing in Philadelphia with that fat cheeseburger belly gut that you had, we're losing 4 NFC championships back to back, 1 Super Bowl appearance and choked. When you had the lead again, we had the lead going into that fourth quarter in that Super Bowl. And then McNabb throws a pick, Patriots go down and score, and the defense couldn't do anything after that because they got tired. And anyone wanted to play hero ball all the time, wanted to throw the ball. When you had a running back that, when you watched the first 2 plays, he was ripping them apart. The Patriots in 2004 had one of the worst run defense in that league. They had a great secondary. And if you knew that as a coach, even if they were spying your plays, the weakness is a weakness. You run the ball. If you know the run defense is horrible, which they were. Their strengths were the secondary, the corners with Asante Samuel Jr. I'm sorry, not saying Jr. Asante Samuel. Ty Long. Okay. McGinnis. Ronnie Harrison. Teddy Bruschi. I mean, that was their strength. The linebackers, the secondary. They didn't have a great front four. And they were getting a lot of interceptions because, number one, they had a great secondary that was getting picks. And they were winning a lot of games because once you gave Brady back that ball, we're doing the same thing they did with Bill Belichick grinding the clock out. You had running backs over there like Dylan. He's not better than Westbrook. Yet you treated him like, but hey, you know, this is the same head coach that wasn't willing to pay T.O. when it was time for him to get paid because he was upset. And McNabb thought, oh, we don't need T.O. We don't need anybody that doesn't want to be. Shut up. You ask any of the Eagle fans who would rather have, they'd rather have T.O. over you. 90% of the Eagle fans wanted T.O. back. If they did a poll, you would have been the first one to go. I mean, Eagle fans already hated the pick at the time. So you were an enemy walking in. I mean, and people love to say they booed McNabb. They didn't boo McNabb. They booed the pick. Because Ricky Williams was a generational talent. And you had a chance to get him. And fortunately, you know, they drafted the quarterback, which is smart at the time because you needed a quarterback. And McNabb was the best quarterback in that draft. It was him and I think, who was the other guy that was in the draft? Was it Culpepper? Dante Cole? It might have been Dante Cole. I'd rather have Dante Culpepper, honestly. He might have actually won a Super Bowl. I know a lot of people don't talk about it, but he had some great years with the Vikings. No, was it Michael Vick? Who was in it? It was the 2000s. It was the 1998, right? 1999. It was McNabb. Oh, no. McNabb. And I think was it Michael Vick? It might have been Michael Vick. So, yeah, Michael Vick was gone. It was the first round pick going. And Eagles had the second round pick, I believe, in the first round. And the Eagles drafted Don McNabb, which I understood that. I mean, I wasn't alive at the time, but now when you look at it, or when you watch it, you take the quarterback. But Eagle fans thought you put Ricky Williams over there, you probably would have won. But you already had that against you. And, you know, McNabb, you know, so far, I mean, I heard that in his early years was good. And then, you know, he fell off after that. Started putting weight on, and after that, he fell off. But I hated him after the Super Bowl because then I started seeing decline. Like, a lot of people don't understand. I used to go after a lot of Eagle fans before the YouTube shit. You should have saw me at school. When I talk about I used to piss off my bus drivers, I mean, I pissed them off. When they argued with me, I mean, they wanted to argue with me. Too bad I can argue with them. It's crazy, bro. I don't care who you is. You know what I'm saying? I would argue with anybody. I go toe-to-toe with any Eagle fan. Oh, that's not true. I'll tell you why. I love the Alshon Jeffrey, LeGarrette Blount move. Yeah, I knew we were winning Super Bowl when Alshon Jeffrey was signed. I knew that. He was a big factor. We needed a receiver. Because at the time, you had Dorian Beckham, you had Paul Turner, you had nobody with Carson Wentz. You had Alshon Jeffrey. Remember, and that was before we were supposed to remember, we were rumored to be in an interesting market for Alshon. Alshon Jeffrey was looking. If Alshon Jeffrey didn't get suspended, because remember, he got suspended for the PED situation, he would have been on the trade block. The Bears were looking to trade him. And Eagles were interested in him in that year when Carson Wentz was a rookie. You know? And we had guys, I mean, you know, Carson Wentz had some potential. And that's the thing that hurts me the most. Now, I'll only bring up the Carson Wentz, all that talent went out the window, man. He had that. Dude, his rookie year, so special. His second year was so special. And then he started falling apart. You know, he's never been the same. But he had the talent. That, I swear, my favorite game from him was that Steelers game. I remember everybody sitting there saying we were going to get blown out by the Steelers. And I said, really? Okay. Man, everybody picked the Steelers to beat us. I said, they're about to get smoked in Philly. I wasn't on camera at the time. I wish it was. Yeah. No, listen, after that, he hasn't been the same. But I think that also they were rushing him back. Remember that Colts game? He looked like he had that mobility. And then after that Colts game, that 2018, he wasn't back. You know, then he had a back injury and all that shit. This is what it is. Brian Dawkins deserved the ring. Yeah. And you want to tell me I should respect Andy Reid? I respect Brian Dawkins. I respect Jim Johnson because they suffered Jim Johnson died without a Super Bowl. Jim Johnson had the right quarterback in that game. Listen, I'll tell you right now, if you had another guy other than McNabb in that game, you win the Super Bowl. Because it was 2 plays that could have sealed the game for the Eagles. And McNabb made bad, poor decisions with the interceptions. I mean, he threw what, 4? Did he throw? How many assists? He threw 3, right? One got turned over because they were holding. But then he threw another one. The dude was just tossing balls, trying to, again, he would try to target T.O., but it's like, then he would just shy away from him. You know what I'm saying? He wouldn't read the defense properly. He would just chuck the ball downfield and hope something would stick. You know, I wasn't a fan of that. I was a Carson Wentz fan, and I was little ever since he got injured from the Rams game. He's going to decline. Well, I tell you one thing. What pissed me off with Carson Wentz was when he didn't want to compete with Jalen Hurts. That made me not respect him. I remember, and again, people remember, you know, they love saying, you're anti-Howie. Before I was, yeah. Until I knew that Jeff Lurie, if I knew Jeff Lurie was controlling his picks, I would have been anti-Howie. You know what I'm saying? Now I respect Howie Roseman because I realized it wasn't his fault. I made him the scapegoat when he really wasn't the scapegoat. He was the guy that was, Jeffrey Lurie was making the scapegoat. And Jeffrey Lurie was causing a lot of havoc in that fan base to hate him. When he was the real reason why these picks were happening. Howie Roseman has never had permission to do his job. And when he did get his job, look at how he's turned out. The best team in football. You know what I'm saying? I believe Jeffrey Lurie has been involved with a lot of picks. I truly believe Jeffrey Lurie was afraid of getting any GM of power after Chip Kelly. And ever since that, he never gave Howie Roseman full power. You know? And Jeffrey Lurie had to step back. And when I found out it was Jeffrey Lurie, it's like, all right, I can't hate on this guy. You know, but I used to be anti, but when we were training Carson Wentz, and I saw him deer hunt, it pissed me off because he put a caption saying I'm deer hunting, you know, and there was rumors he wasn't calling Howard back, and he was over there smiling. And it's like, dude, you got a 2nd round pick that just outplayed you in 2 of those 3 games. The team looks totally different when Carson Wentz went out. Like, they looked like they were hungry. And this wasn't the 2nd time. It was the 1st time. I mean, this wasn't the 1st time. This was the 2nd time. When Nick Foles, Alshon played better. Nelson played better. They imagined learn how to catch suddenly. When Carson was in the game, nobody wanted to catch the ball. Everybody was dropping on purpose. And it's the reason for that. It's because they didn't respect them. Hey, we're going to look bad. We're going to take this quarterback with us. That's how they were going. And you know, Alshon Jeffrey, you know, a lot of people say he wasn't a good teammate, and I don't think he was at the time. But when you look at it, you know, he was right about Carson. You know, Carson Wentz has been bounced out from team to team, and no one respects him. And I think his cockiness, his arrogance. There was reports of that from Jeff McClain. He was going around thinking he won 10 Super Bowls. And that's why he lost the job to Jalen. Jalen took his job from him, and Jalen knew that. When Jalen was drafted, you know, he said he put the hat on and he said, like, he knew he won that job. He knew that. He saw the situation in Philly. He knew exactly what he needed to do. That was a perfect situation for Jalen, honestly. He was in a right situation when you look at it, because he had a weak quarterback at the time we didn't know about that he could rip the job away from him and get that team to like him more than the other guy. That's why Nick Foles plays a whole lot better. Yeah, because Nick Foles was a leader, man. And Carson wasn't. Darren Sproles boasted him too. Yeah, but Darren Sproles is also an asshole for what he said. I mean, again, you don't need to say everything. Not everything needs to be put out in the spotlight. Not everything needs to be put out. Some things you just keep closed indoors. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like he does too much with that. A lot of players put a lot of business out there. You know, ever heard the expression, just because you have to say it don't mean you need to say it? Just because you want to say it does not mean you have to say it. Trust me, I want to say a lot of things. If I could say what I want, I would. But why do you do it? What's the point? You don't got to say it. There's no need to say it. What does that solve? It makes you look like a douchebag. Makes you look like you're throwing your guy under the bus. And whether Carson Wentz was a douchebag or not, and that's he isn't, they're in sports for what he did. Why are you saying this now? In the past. And if the guy asked that, say, hey, whatever it says close, it's over with. Whatever I say to them is behind closed doors. I'm not going to put out someone else's business. You want to talk to them, talk to them. You know? But a lot of guys want drama. And clearly he wanted the drama. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. No, pretty much we talked about a lot there. Again, we talk about winning quarterbacks, and I go back to it because people don't like when I say this, but you got a GM, Howie Roseman. Look at all these guys. Take away 3 out of these guys. Howie Roseman drafted Sweat. Sweat was a potential first-round pick before he got hurt. Howie Roseman drafted Milton Williams. Okay. I don't know why people are acting like this is a huge loss. Other than the CJ trade. But again, if you go out there and you get a safety, I don't think you got to worry about anything. I'm not worried about anything but CJ's situation. Slade, to me, was getting older. He was getting hurt. It's why you're going to win the Super Bowl with Steelers. No, you're not. With what quarterback? You know what I'm saying? Milt Williams over there talking about, it's my time. Okay. Wish you nothing but the best. Bradbury, the guy should have been gone. Everybody wishing him, showing pictures of him saying, oh, he didn't deserve the blame. Bro, he was terrible. Stop trying to get these players, you know what? These guys are grown adults getting paid millions. Bradbury was horrible in 2023. He didn't even win the Super Bowl for real. He just got a participation trophy for being in the Super Bowl. So they just gave him Lombardi, they gave him a trophy just in case. Because he was part of the team. Like seriously. He wasn't even a starter. He got replaced. Over there talking about, thank you, Bradbury. For what? Thank you for developing Quinyon Mitchell to take your job. Thank you, Bradbury, for giving your position to a better cornerback. Thank you for taking money which you didn't deserve. We could have used that for CJ to bring him back when we decided to let him go with the Lions. Thank you for getting burnt by Juju Smith-Schuster in the Super Bowl. Oh, by the way, thank you for proving Deebo Samuel right when there was the last guy to prove right that you are bum. What am I thanking you and Bradbury about? Thank you for Quinyon Mitchell to take your spot? You got replaced. And you didn't even play. Think about it. You were terrible in training camp. You lost your job. That's like me thanking our practice guy. Just imagine if Daryl, that's like me thanking Bryce Huff when we trade him. Thank you, Bryce Huff. For what? Overpaid. What is with Eagle fans doing that? Come on, man. Thank you, Brad, for what? He was the scapegoat. No. He wasn't the scapegoat. He was the reason why we lost that he was the reason why we lost that game. If he didn't hold, we got that ball back. Jalen Hurts went down and scored. He was terrible. Stop trying to act like he wasn't the problem. He was. 2023 showed it. He was horrible. And we relied on him. Him, the big play, say, terrible. Mr. Banana Pudding, thank you for getting the hell out of Philadelphia. Good luck. I can't wait for his podcast. Yo, it's your boy Big Play Slay. Coming at you with a podcast. Yeah, DK Metcalf wait to be a part, man. When I talk about that boy, bro, shut up. I will not miss that. Him talking, Gossman throwing his court. You want to know why I'm so glad Slay's out of here? I can't wait for him to throw his quarterback under the bus because he did with Jalen Hurts. After you said, yeah, stop disrespecting my dog. But you're over there disrespecting Jalen when you have the chance to get out of the field. Now you're over there dissing guys. Devontae, you weren't doing it on the team. Mr. Jekyll and Hyde. He's like a snake in the grass. You can't trust him. He's like the dude that goes behind your back. I don't care about his wife. I don't eat his banana pudding. Y'all fans want to eat his banana pudding? That's fine. I don't care about that. I care about him being a football player and a leader, supposedly, with a C on his chest. And he was not that. He was immature. And you want to be real? You know, he had maybe 2 great seasons. Last one was probably his best one. But he was up and down. Was he the best corner we traded for? Absolutely, because we didn't know how to draft corners. But his podcast was horrible. I did not appreciate him talk about his stats in 2023 when he was getting blown out. He didn't want to go to Philadelphia because he didn't want to get booed when we could have the number 1 seed. I didn't appreciate that. You trying to have Steven Nelson joke around and make fun of Eagle fans and trash talking them and disrespecting them, saying that all they care about was running the ball. No, we wanted to run the ball because we couldn't fucking get anything going. And you over there disrespecting Eagle fan, clowning them. Like your punk ass wasn't in Detroit being winless and didn't know what a fucking playoff game was. You ungrateful ass corner. Then you have the nerves to think that you deserve to be called Slay. Bro, your name is Darius. Unless your name was changed, what the hell do we call you big play? Why would I call someone that's not the name? That's like saying, from now on, don't call me Ryan. Call me EC1. No, it ain't Ryan anymore. It's EC1. Bro, that's your name, you dummy. Call me Super Bowl champ from now on. Oh, no. How about this one? Since my last name is Kimball, call me Kimball for now. No, it's Mr. Kimball. Like, what? Bro, your name is Darius. That's your name. I'm calling you that. Like, it's just the arrogance, bro. He thought he was better than what he was. He thought his shit didn't stink. He acted like a immature rookie most times. Now, did he have great plays? Absolutely. He makes a lot of great contributions, but his off the field was an issue. His podcast, him on his podcast, that bothered me. And it still does. Whoa, you're soft. No, I ain't soft. I just don't respect guys who put their podcast above this team. You're soft for wanting his banana pudding and think that everything else should go out the window. Well, I miss his banana pudding. I could give a fuck about his banana pudding. Fuck him and his banana pudding. How about that one? I don't care about his banana. Why the hell would I care about his banana pudding? Just because you try his banana pudding does not mean I have to care about his. I don't care about his banana. I never tried his banana pudding. I don't care his banana pudding. I call him Mr. Banana Pudding. Since he wants a new nickname, here's your new nickname, Slay. Your name is, and just what Joey Shakes called him, and shout to Joey Shakes for this nickname too, because I'm going to use it also. Mr. Banana Pudding. That's your name. Mr. Softy. Mr. Weak. It's about damn time. You should have went. Weren't you signing with the Ravens? Big Dom had to convince you? Bro, no one should have convinced you to come back. If you cared about this team like you said you did. You said you missed Philly. No, you missed the money. You didn't miss Philly when you wanted to chase the bag. When you wanted to suck us dry. And then you played like complete garbage in 2023. Talked about your stats. Yeah, I have great stats. I think I played. Shut up. I don't miss that. I'm not going to miss Slay, bro. I'm telling you, I was so happy when we finally got the news that he signed with the Steelers. I said, good luck. You not going to like his podcast. Starting a big play Slay. He's going to have to throw guys like D. Wait till DK has to rip him in practice. Here comes Slay's podcast. It's your boy Big Play Slay. Yeah, DK. You know, he over there talking about DK, him had beef. Man, the only beef that you had was you couldn't cover and you were scared to play DK. Now you can't run away from DK. It's funny how things worked out. You remember, this is the same dude who took his sweet old time with the surgery. It's coincidence, right? He took it during the Seahawks game when Metcalf was on the field. But we needed him. Remember, that was 2023, the leader. And he only did it because Metcalf was playing him, and he gets burnt on him. So why, instead of getting burnt by Metcalf, why don't you go join him And that's what he did. You can't beat him, like they said, go join him. DK owns him. So he's like, you know what? Let me go join him and stuff so I don't have to face him again. Scared little bitch. Slay ain't winning no Super Bowl with Steelers. I'm going to tell you right now, Mike Tomlin's not winning the Super Bowl. And then he was on Michael Parsons' podcast live. Yeah, it's the leadership, bro. The leadership I don't respect. You on with another op. Bro, what the fuck are you with the Cowboys op for, bro? You understand that he's clowning you? Look at him tweet after when he threw his quarterback under the bus. Oh, don't let Eagle fans say, bro, you got Dak Prescott. Micah, let me remind you something. I hope you're listening if you don't. You got a bum as a quarterback. Please don't talk about Jalen Hurts, man. And you're not even generational. Jalen Hurts put you on your face on the ground. Didn't he make you fall on your face? Haven't he made you look stupid? Didn't Malata put you in a fucking in a straight? No, that was Lane Johnson. Excuse me. That's right. You can't beat elite offensive line. When offensive linemen have to go against you, that's elite. You can't beat them. That's why you can't beat the 49ers and the Eagles. Come on, man. Michael Parsons is a bum. Darius Weenie, he want to call himself big place. Like, man, come on, bro. That's like call me Mr. Kimball. No, don't call me Ryan. That's my name. Everybody knows because I used to be Ryan 45 Kimball before I changed my name. That's how you remember me. You go back on. Now it's you just type in Eagles. You'll find it. Just type in Ryan 45. It'll pop up. That my old channel. My old channel still popped up. I don't know how. They deleted my other one, but they kept the old one. To be honest, I said a lot of stupid shit on there. I wish I don't have that stuff, but it is what it is. When we traded for Slay, I like that move. And my thing with Slay was he was a good player, but his off the field podcast is what got in the way. And ever since he had his podcast, he's been throwing his players under the bus. You know, you want to throw Jalen Hurts under the bus after saying because there was a clip of him somebody put together where he was talking nice about Jalen Hurts to his face. And again, it's like your friend that says one thing to you that goes behind your back and talks shit about you. It's not a friend. You say your brothers. Jalen Hurts looked up to you. If I'm Jalen Hurts, I'm saying, bro, I'm so glad you're out of here. Who does that? That's not a man. That's a coward. That's a goofball. That's a goofy. That's a fucking punk. That's a backstabbing. Douchebag. And that's who he was. Friend doesn't do that. You don't go behind someone's back and disrespect them after you were on their face on live. Saying he was Jalen's the best. But you're over there saying he's not top 5 now. Now, because you're out of Philadelphia, they always say when you're about to not be on the team anymore, you start seeing who they really think of you. The whole time we thought, dare say love Jalen. Nah, bro, you were playing for it just because you were on that team. Now you get to say your real opinion. Here comes your feelings. There's your real feelings. Now we see who you really were. Bro, about yourself, bro. And we don't need that. We don't have. So good luck with the Steelers, man. If the guy thinks he's now won a Super Bowl, he can win with the Steelers. Yeah. Like this guy is so fucking cocky. He run around, he do, we're going to win with the Steelers. What? They don't got Jalen Hurts. They signed the quarterback that got his head hit with a fucking helmet in Myles Garrett. You're not winning no Super Bowl with Steelers, bro. Newsflash you. They signed you to low-cost money because you're a washed-up cornerback that's still on a journey and look for a team. Trust me. The Steelers are desperate. They need second as much as possible. Good luck. Good luck. Because you got to face Mahomes now if you go to the playoffs. Good luck. You got a tough division now. Hey, you wanted the big boys. You got it. He gonna get burnt. I can't wait for the highlights. Watch big plays they get burnt by fucking Zay Flowers. Zay Flowers is gonna put a move on him. Oh, Steelers fans ain't gonna like this one. I'm telling you right now, Steelers fans are gonna say, "Hey, we want." No, I don't want. No. No take backs. You can have them. You wanted them, you can have them. Good luck. Eagles defense. I mean, they talk about the loss. The only guy that I really was upset about was two. C.J. Gardner-Johnson. Because, again, we saw what we were. I understand it. I get his business. Everybody say he's not a big factor. I mean, it is what it is, I guess. I mean, do I think he was the best safety? No, but he was the hardest. So, really, to be honest, with the team needed. And when he came back, you went to the Super Bowl. But can you replace him? Absolutely. Is he unreplaceable? No, he can be replaced. And the other one would be Isaiah Rodgers. I think Isaiah Rodgers, you could have signed him back. I wanted Isaiah Rodgers to come back because I didn't think he'd get a fair chance. Chase Higgins I'm going to cook him. Oh, absolutely. Yo, Joe Burrow is about to light his ass up. Like Slay is about to get lit. Think about it. You went to the AFC. But you don't got a quarterback. Your quarterback is the guy what's his name again? Who's the quarterback they brought back? Dude, they signed him from the Titans. I didn't even know he was on the roster. They signed the quarterback that was terrible in the playoffs, man. What's this guy's name? Before they drafted Kenny Pickett. Oh, my God. The dude, Mason Rudolph. Like, come on, man. Mason Rudolph. You're not winning no Super Bowl. The Steelers are going to be bad this year. They're going to have talent. Like, I don't get the Steelers, honestly. Why trade for Metcalf? You're not in the Super Bowl contenders. You're not going to the Super Bowl. Why trade for a top-tier receiver? I would trade Metcalf if I'm going to the Super Bowl. That would be like a winning piece. Like, if I was the Chiefs, I would trade for a guy like Metcalf because he would put me on the top again. That because you just went to the Super Bowl, right? If you're the Commanders, that would be a guy. The Steelers, out of any other team, you go and you trade for Metcalf. Why? You don't even have a fucking quarterback. Like, I don't get that. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand it. I can see Higgins, Moss, Slay. I can see Chase doing it. I think Slay's going to get cooked, bro. I don't think he's even going to make the roster. I got a prediction right now. I think Slay gets cut. I think Slay gets cut before regular season 1. Or I'll give it to regular season 3 before they bench him. Do you honestly think Mike Tomlin's going to put up with his podcast? I don't. Mike Tomlin doesn't play that. Mike Tomlin ain't going to play up with his podcast. You think he's going to put up with the Slay talk about his stats after getting blown out? Just saying. Oh, yeah, I forgot they got Jerry Judy. Dude. Think about it, man. What if Deshaun Watson cooked Slay? Yo, I cannot wait, bro. Steeler fans, hey, the Slay that you think you're getting, you're not getting a guy that's in his prime. You're getting a washed-up cornerback that I think is just looking for one more season before he hangs it up. And he's going to throw his players under the bus. I can't wait. Big Play Slate podcast starring DK Metcalf and how you burned me in camp. I love it, bro. Mr. Banana Pudding is no longer here. Or I call him the weenie cornerback. That is, I call him Mr. Dr. Jekyll and Hyde. He says one thing but does the other. He's Dr. Jekyll and Hyde. Dr. Jekyll and Hyde. That's his name. He's the weenie quarterback, man. He says one thing, does the other. I can see Juju burning big. Is Juju? I thought didn't Juju go back with someone else? Who did he go to? I don't think he's on his. I think he's in AFC. Is he in AFC? Oh, they might have brought him back with the Steelers, didn't they? Yo, but I don't think he's in a division though. The Steelers and the Bengals and the Browns are in the division. It's the Browns, the Bengals, the Steelers. And appreciate if you watch it, hit that like button, subscribe as always. But yeah, those are in the division. And the Ravens. So the Ravens, Browns, Bengals, and Steelers. And I don't think the Steelers are better than the Ravens. I got the Ravens winning the division. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. I can't wait for that dude. The man has audacity to talk about the Steelers going to win the Super Bowl. What the fuck are you talking about? Dude, I am so glad Slay's in Pittsburgh, man. We're not going to miss him. You can. I would have. I said I didn't want him back. How many times I said I would not brought him back? I'd rather draft a corner. I wouldn't have brought him back this year. I would have drafted Cooper or Quinyon Mitchell and just get rid of him. Yet they played him. You know, it is what it is, though. I gotta go again. Hopkins, Chase, Jerry. You gotta go again. You gotta go again. Hopkins, Chase, Higgins, Flowers. Okay. Yeah. Oh, he has to go against Hopkins. Dude, that is woo. And think about it in practice, man. You got Metcalf and Pickens burning you. He got to go. He got to go against dude. Hopkins, I don't think is going to be. I don't think Hopkins. I don't know, man. Hopkins, he's washed, man. But you forgot another guy. Bateman is still on that team for the Ravens. Aguilar's still on the Ravens. They might cook his ass too. You know what I'm saying? Judy, dude, Njoku, who's a tight end / receiver, mostly tight end, but you know, they got some players there. I mean, come on. Judy is I told you Judy was wrong, was used wrong in Denver. Look how he turned out with the Browns. Why do you think I wanted to trade for him? I wanted him and AJ and Devontae together, but we got Dawson. But I like Dawson better, I guess. You know, but I wanted to trade for him. I thought that would have been a very good comparable Alabama reunion. But it is what it is. We got Dawson. I'm cool with that. It's proposed we can get another. Oh, absolutely. I think. Listen, I'm telling you right now. You know, there's been rumors. All right, and I don't know how true it is. Will Johnson's been falling in the draft ever since the injury. I'll tell you right now. Do not be shocked if Will Johnson falls to 20. Howard Roseman goes up and drafts him. If Will Johnson, and I don't think he's going to fall, but if there's rumors that he's falling because of a hamstring injury, oh, I'm moving up to take him. If he falls to 15, go get my boy Will Johnson, pair him up with Quinyon Mitchell. Like, because listen, it's not a bad idea then to draft Malcolm Moore in the second round. You would have your safety and your corner. But if a guy like Will Johnson from Michigan falls, a top-tier corner falls because of an injury, nah, bro. You go and get that dude. I'm sorry. You go and get him. I like starts. But if Will Johnson falls and teams actually pass up on him because they're worried about, you let him get to Howie Roseman. Howie's taking him. Howie is going to take him. You know what I'm saying? Howie Roseman's going to take him. Don't just charge this shit. I swear I charged it. Oh, well. Howie's taking him. No question about it. If you don't think Howie's not taking the best cornerback of all time, I mean, this guy is the dude. Will Johnson, if he falls somehow, do not be surprised he will take him. I know people talk about safety, but if you have a chance to get a top-tier corner in this draft and add to Cooper and Quinyon, you do it. You do it. Especially for a corner because Will Johnson projected to go in the top 2. But now there's rumors that he's dropping. He's not even going to be in his pro day. It's not going to work. That I'm telling you, we're going to get someone. And I've been saying, what if Will Johnson falls to maybe like 17? I could see a scenario where the Eagles are like the 20 range. I could see the Eagles train up for him. Because I do think, sorry, my charging. I have to charge my thing. This fucking thing. I swear I charged it. But I guess not. Anyway, I got to get going, guys. Appreciate you for watching. My thing about the die. But I'm just saying, Will Johnson falls. Don't be surprised we move. Listen, Howie Roseman got picks. He got picks, man. And I'm going to say this. All I got to do is show you this. Howie Roseman. Oh, I'm sorry. My fault. Wrong one. Howie Roseman got picks. And I guarantee he's going to move up for someone. Will Johnson falls. You go get him. Hell, if a defense end guy falls, you go get him. I'm taking the best player available. And I don't care. I mean, you get Azuri. Last thing before I go, you get this guy, and rumors the Giants were trying to sign him. The Eagles sign him, and I like to sign it. But if you're able to get a Will Johnson to add with your cornerback situation, you do it. You do it. Because I think Ringo is your starter for right now. But if a guy like Will Johnson falls, and he's not a guy that usually falls in this draft, and he falls all the way to near the Eagles, you take him. Dude, he's the best cornerback in the draft. But look him up. You tell me he wouldn't be a Pro Bowl with come on, bro. That cornerback would be solidified. You know what I'm saying? But do the Eagles draft a corner? If a guy like that, I don't see why you wouldn't take him. If he's the best player available, you take him. I don't care what position. If it's corner, you take him. Safety, you take him. Pass rush, you take him. Defense fan, you take him. Hell, if take him. Only one I'm going to take is quarterback. But any other receiver I want to take. Tight end, you take him. The 2-3 position I want to take is running back, receiver, and quarterback. But rest, I'm taking. If they're the best player available, you take them. So it is what it is, man. Appreciate it for watching. As always, fly goes fly. Appreciate it, man. Like I said, my screen is flaking out. My computer's about to die. I appreciate it for watching. As always, go Birds, fly goes fly. And we'll keep doing this. I'm going to get with my guy Hiding. We're going to do a Hiding Champ podcast soon. I got some videos dropping. Continue to subscribe, like, and subscribe to the algorithm. And I'll see you on the next one. Go Birds, fly goes fly. Oh, look. Now I pop up out of nowhere. StreamYard.